He's been so good this tournament. Are my rolls a little messed up?
The fact that they're thinking so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna even put the 1 in there for your team, though. Just out of respect. Just out of respect. All right, you guys make sure at home to keep your eyes on both of these fantasy teams, and we'll check in at the end of the tournament and see how that did. But for now, let's take a look at the MasterCard fan poll. We asked you guys which first round playoff match you're most excited for, and you guys have unanimously voted for Sen versus DRX.
And they are right, right? Mimi? Yeah, that's the correct answer. There's always a correct answer in these fan polls. Good job, guys. You're wise.
Yo, welcome back.
Heretics second, like some people voted that.
Oh, they already know it's gonna be a banger. Like,
it'll be a good game, but I think it is harder to get excited for the regional matchups compared to this first one in terms of the most exciting.
All right, and since I'm on the desk now, I can't troll my predictions. Apparently, that's the rule that I have to take it seriously. Wait, what? How am I the only person that said DRX?
That's a little worrying.
How did you do going on?
Well,
I took it seriously.
I thought it was gonna be a 50-50.
I took it super seriously this time.
And you might be the only one. Maybe you're the only one that took it seriously enough, so we don't know.
Okay, you guys, what's going on?
Okay, I mean, for Mion, do we want to talk about the second series or just the Sen one? Sentinels, Clout, they're playing great, they crushed Genji. That's an easy threat for me.
Honestly, I agree. Like, watching that Icebox, I remember it time after time. I think that last matchup was too good not to root for them.
And people are really history-pilled on that EDG game, because EDG have crushed them in China, but I think Tracer has been playing too well.
They got their number, they got their number.
To be that team again.
No,
we will see, because it is
क्या मैप से
time to kick off
scene
first day
क्या हो रहा
of
है
playoffs. It's DRX versus Sentinels, Trace versus EDG. Day 11 of Champions Soul starts right here, right now.
right now. EDG ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಯ್ತಾ DRX ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ EDG ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವಾಚ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ who's gonna win Jivan? I guess Sentinels.
DRX 여기까지 오는데 꽤 시간은 많이 걸렸겠지만 돌아가는 데는 시간이 꽤 걸리지 않을 것입니다.
딜레 ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Sentinels. The harder the challenge, the higher the stakes, the harder I have to try. T.
Let me check ಎಷ್ಟೈತೆ ಡಿಲೆ.
G2.
ಇದರಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನಲ್ಲ.
We're going with maximum confidence. Heretics. If we are having a good day.
Sen, let's go 2-0.
The road was a little bit bumpy, but we tore through it.
在最后还有我们 EDG， 总会有一个人做好准备，那一定会是我。所有队伍都会战至最后一刻，捧起最后的冠军奖杯。
我觉得 T 玩的像一个欧洲队伍，但是他们有一点中国的特色在里边。但是我们是冠军。
ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಡಿಲೆ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವ ಗುರು
今天跟利维坦打完了之后，我就迫不及待的想跟其他队伍的决斗位碰一碰。
我觉得现在的赛事里面，没有选手的自信强过康康。来吧 ，T， 向我们展示一下你们在世界上的进步吧，看你们已经进8强了，我们来碰碰。
Locky and Munchkin doing their best to keep this thing up, to keep it competitive. Every single member crumbling tonight. Soul burns red.
ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಡಿಲೇ ಅಲ್ಲ.
I love my current team, and Sentinels is also a family in itself. Being able to play with a group of people that I really enjoy playing with is just amazing to me.
Yeah. Genji, everyone has to buy the Sen bundle. Okay. The underdogs again.
Yeah, that's true. Fourth seed.
Yeah, Champs might be another absolute cinema.
ಡಿಲೇ ಲೋ ಲೇಟೆನ್ಸಿನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ.
원년 멤버로 챔스에서 가장 진짜 항상 좋은 결과를 내는 걸 보고 좀 멀게 느껴졌었는데 지금 이렇게 하고 좀 이제 강팀들이 이기면서 좋은 성적에 달려가다 보니 좀 이제 먼 게 아니라 할 수 있겠구나 나도 이제 우승을 할 수 있겠구나라고 생각했고 진짜 꼭 우승을 하고 싶습니다.
The last hope of Pacific, the last Korean team in this tournament heading into playoffs. It's a lot of pressure on those guys.
한국에서 이제 오직 한 팀 젠지만 강하다고 생각하신 분들은 정말 잘못된 생각이고 저희가 모두
메코
팀이 와도 절대 저희 팀을 이길 수
렛츠
없습니다.
고 메코. एंट्री प्लेऑफ्स का पहला एंट्री. सेंटिनल्स. अरे ये नहीं आया क्या इमेज? माय गॉड, रुको. DRX. मुक्का मार मुक्का. फेस में मार देते. वही 2-0 हो जाता था.
Versus the remaining hometown heroes on day 1 of playoffs, and no matter what happens, it's going to be a banger. But the map, although, talk me through this.
This one's pretty interesting. We're seeing
Sunset Heaven nice box.
so strong for them. Early in this year,
Sunset में हमारा
dominant in
दोष
kickoff,
है.
dominant in Madrid, but that they've mostly shelved, only showing it once in stage 2, not yet here at Champions either. So I think the big question is, will they go back to that same Breach Gecko comp? They kind of set the meta, or do they have something new?
I think it's so interesting coming into playoffs. We're not going to see the Abyss. It's still that second ban, but DRX is not going to take it. They've shown what they can do in the map. They know that the preparation that they did for Genji, they do not want to be next. So Haven's going to be the second one. I agree with you. Like, I'm very excited, and I think that most of this matchup is going to be decided on the Sunset. Is Sentinel's going to repeat that situation where they win all the pistols, they convert the bonus, they start so strong, they have all the reads. It's almost impossible with how little showings we've had so late.
Sure, I do think it'll be tough to do that again. I think what they did against Genji was a lot of specific.
Let's go boys. Tens bolte.
Coming off that win. Those things will definitely carry through into this matchup. And for me, I think that
Sussy.
Yeah. Both these teams are playing the same comp. I think they both play a really similar style. Defense, but retake, heavy
Vibe
with
Merchant.
some ideas for kind of early fights with that Grief Sova into lobby. A lot of really slow, good mid-rounding on their attack side.
एक ही स्पेसिफिक टीम है भाई DRX, वो भी आज हारने वाला है.
And what Sentinels have to show on a map that they've not played in quite a while.
Well, let's take a look at the
Neon
Breach. And my goodness, they've done some prep of their own.
Yeah.
So और Fade का डिफरेंस है बस.
On to the Fade, just moving away from that. Gecko second is going.
Plant कैसा without Gecko? DRX for the win. No bro. Hater. Sentinel hater.
Good on defense. They dominate.
दफा हो जाओ.
Really hard. Having that extra stun can provide a lot of value, and the fast rotates too are good. The biggest thing you're giving up is those.
First round 39 DRX incoming. Nah. 13-6 Sentinels.
Well, thank you very much, you two. It's time to toss it over to the two people. Like I said, I'm never wrong about anything. Here's Bren and Sideshow.
Yeah, the famous caster pair, Omniscient. Yeah, blessed of it. Yeah, this is a matchup here, though, Josh. Listen, DRX versus Sentinels. You think of two historic orcs, right? I think of a VCT's history, and despite that fact, they've only played each other once, and it wasn't even in VCT. It was
DRX ಗೆದ್ರೆ
tail end of the year.
ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ?
The tournament that really kick-started this year off for Sentinels. It's what really formed this
DRX ಗೆದ್ರೆ
stable in terms of the players that they actually wanted to field.
ನಾನು ಲೈವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
As well, it also got them on that run heading
Challenger.
And now we get to watch them clash as our opening game of playoffs. They're up here playing in the big leagues. And look at this.
My God, stack है B पे.
Defensive stack coming through to defend B main. They've read this perfectly.
The hard read by Sentinels. Holding their ground.
Cutie by photo ले रहे.
Used pound for pound here, bar for bar. Almost shots are fired. Aftershock for aftershock. The blind. It was good towards the back of the pillar, but it just can't.
अगर मेरा lobby होता तो सब मरते उधर ही.
Claim the day here. Claim the round. Opening pistol round in their hands.
Bet, yeah.
A great read.
Bro, DRX lost first round.
Zen won every pistol, every bonus against Gen G, and here
ये क्या है भाई?
set up to be able to succeed. Those flashes that came through though,
ये क्या है?
Foxy9 and Mako completely ruined.
Yeah, challenge.
Zen needed a bit more of a spread out position so they didn't all get
Bro, DRX नहीं करना.
Perfectly for the Korean team. Get off onto a much better start than Gen G did in the same spot. And we are going to be making those comparisons regularly because how could you not? Number 1 versus number 2 Pacific team are two Korean teams playing on home turf.
A round
Zen's already taken
DRX
one down.
जीतेगा.
But you might think Gen G were the harder of the two. That is extremely debatable.
It's still up for debate, right? I mean, DRX, I think, have shown a very, very deep map pool. Even in the lead up to playoffs.
A round Sentinels at least 2 को मारेंगे. 2.
And I think that
Korea.
Elapa. Of being the sole representatives of Pacific in the playoffs.
No, DRX ಗೆಲ್ತಾರಂತೆ ಶರದ್ಗೆ.
Korean team with Gen G out.
ಉಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ.
Outcomes that I think most people were not anticipating at all heading into champs.
Ten said in an interview earlier today that he
5-man stack एक किया. Read था DRX पे. Nice.
You want to lose to the tournament winners. You want to become our fans so that Gen G didn't just get knocked out by a bad team. I don't think there's much chance of a lot of the Pacific fans hopping on board with Zen over DRX, considering the position that they're in. Korean team.
ये Cypher को at least 2 kills. 2 ही आ रहे हैं उस तरफ.
Snowball and pick up fans from those other teams.
वो क्या angle था भाई? Hello Tens.
They found themselves in a really easy post plan here. Sentinels went for the gamble stack over towards A and now.
क्या करना चाहते हैं ये लोग?
Get overwhelmed though. Sheer amount of utility. Luckily, teammates happy to bail him out. Up and over the shoulder today. You know that Zekken is tucked up.
बोला मैंने. Cypher को at least 2 kills मिलेगा.
Just for the kill towards the end here, but it won't be out.
और सेन को 1 मिला so far.
Off the back of it. No real guns.
Cutie भाई मारो.
But he might just go down anyway. Yes, he will.
Choose to go down with the Bulldog there because you'd rather have the Vandal or the Phantom into the next. It makes a lot of sense.
Wait and watch. DRX gonna get it home.
Not chaining up towards any massive
Finals ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು. Playoffs first match ಇದು. ಮನೆಗೆ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ.
This is where the danger can certainly start to happen.
ಈಶ್ವರ್ ಕಾರ್ ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಯ್ತೈತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾವನೆ. ಅದೇ ಒಂದು. Harrier.
That's actually been a big weakness for Sen. They've been one of the worst teams in terms of the crop we have here at Champs of winning those pistols. So this is still familiar territory.
Line up बोलता है. ये क्या line up है बे? 180 degree line up. भाई ये क्या था?
I love that idea though. Then hoping to see if anybody was playing aggressive in B main and catch them.
A round Sen जीतेगा. Easy.
Just holding, but he might have missed his timing as well. Peaks from the top section of mid. Meanwhile, it's going to come through. Players towards the back of the side as kill trip set up to try and potentially play.
बोला मैंने.
A bit of raw spam in play through the cage. Elsis pressing the advance.
Bro, कैसे जिंदा है Elsis?
Away with the 3. Flashback. Sole survivor. A minute left into the round. 5 bullets.
Martins.
Tactical.
Nice. अदे same.
Reloading? Was he blind?
Yeah.
How on earth did Zelsis swing into a crossfire there and somehow
reload alid na
unscathed? That's kind of ridiculous. It's put him actually ahead. The breach on the other side, Foxy9.
Right side on odile illa.
It was a reload.
Reload,
Just
yeah.
looking at it in the replay there, Bane is stuck in the reload animation and can't punish. He just has to watch in horror as Zelsis swings through the front sight. Yeah, very. I mean, that could have easily gone wrong. Right there.
heavy setup है Cypher का B में. वो क्या ट्रिप है भाई? कैसे तोड़ते हैं उसको?
That's landing on front pillar. Now there's a meta that revolves around B main where you put the
एक टूटा, एक वैसा ही है.
And so often there's people contesting front B main on the defense, and that play is designed to push you back as a defender, get you holding right from the start to give up B main.
डिटेक्ट नहीं हुआ क्या?
DRX are getting into these positions to exec real fast.
Going through the motions as well. With most of this util Zelsis.
Zelsis भाई क्या? अरे दोनों टूट गए.
As well, so he wants to cut it up close, but DRX have no intention of heading over towards B.
Sentinels कैसे तोड़ेंगे?
Going to keep people on the B side. A lot of pressure here on Sassy, who was phenomenal and has been so far a champ.
DRX के पास तो
to get on the board here, but it's early.
ये है so.
So.
EHV Ali H is human or health?
It looks like Foxy9 setting up to go for this fault line through from
human values, universal human values.
Where the hell do you stand? He just evacuates immediately. Doesn't want anything to do with it.
Bro, Sassy.
The wall's gonna reveal onto Buzz, but there's no punish in sight yet. A Sassy peeks round.
Nice trade. Nice. 3v3. Flashback ult.
Slightly greedy, yet he does get punished in the end with the trade. Still, he's turned it into that 3 versus 3 Norofev.
अरे यार नाइस मरना मत स्पैम थोड़ा रेट पे यस लेट्स गो अब बोलना शरद DRX हां
being able to stabilize here Sentinels. It looked dangerous. Sassy's position just holding on to A there. And yet he read the play. They didn't lead with the fault line. They led, I believe, with a recon dart. And that allowed him enough time to be able to escape, and Zekin came in. What a slide, what a punish onto Buzz. Tens continues to have big impact, as he did in the Gen.
Hey, bhai, tens hai.
Hey, this is going to put the hurt onto DRX.
आ गया फॉर्म में आ गया टेंस बाय फॉर्म में आ गए अब 2-0 पक्का
certainly is going to be knocking their economy at least down. Some Bucky in play here, so
मैं बोलता हूँ सारे लोग अपने स्पॉन पे ही बैठो बस टेंस को खेलने दो 1v5 कर देगा भाई वैसे भी इको है एक काम करो सेंटिनल्स चैलेंज करो एक राउंड एक खेलेंगे बाकी सब बेस में बैठेंगे बस इजी Here also Sassy is irritating me.
Is that same stun set up for Foxy9? Tens is ready, holding paranoia. So both teams looking.
Tens दो मारेगा अब.
The status quo. As DRX push forward and send try to block them back.
Tens command Tens.
Get used here though. Instead, Sassy holds the line with gun.
फिर से Sassy.
So have a pretty good idea of how they want to try and lock down this.
मार Tens मार. Tens भाई मारो.
Few stray bullets.
I mean मारो मरो मत.
Chip damage onto the DRX players, but they are fully cut out of the pitch here.
और ब्ले अल्ट आएगा.
Carefully doesn't go down to a few stray bullets. It could offer an in.
अल्ट करके नाइफ कर.
Otherwise, don't really have too much of a chance of. Now B main control was conceded, so Bane's picked this one up. There's pings out as well, but Sen have not drifted bodies away. They still have a lot of players here to receive.
Outlaw.
Yeah, and this is where it thrives. Second shot is
Eco king है.
Oh my god! Just putting them into the blender.
Buy the Sen bundle.
I love that selfless play as well from Zekin because it traps the rest of DRX even if he went down into the choke point where the rest of his team can come
Trophy उठाओ भाई कोई जाके.
What a time by the way to pull out Zekin's first game this year on Neon. Going into the playoffs, change around the comp. Everybody's looking at this game thinking, oh, okay, DRX
शिवर हो रहा है भाई. I mean होता है. मैं तो नॉर्मल रैंक्ड गेम्स में ही शिवर होता हूँ.
Zekin swapped over to Neon and sliding all over them. This is a pick that we've been looking forward to all year long, but we've been denied it until now. Was this the
अरे यार होम ग्राउंड साइलेंट हो जाएगा. इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया का मैच याद आ रहा है.
Putting their best foot forward, I think, to try and get that
crowd silencer.
Argue that they might be in, quote, the easier side of the bracket, I suppose. If you look at the opponents that they might be going up against.
Tens giving me tension.
That matchup.
Tens a what?
Debate. We've shown a lot of parity so far with VCT.
Okay, खड़ा हो गया
This guy here was one of my. We were kind of discussing, I think, ahead of time of what might be sticking points for this DRX.
Bro wants to have some fun. इतना easy हो गया गेम उसके लिए.
It's up to Mako and Buzz as the veterans to try and push back and get the morale backing up. And Zelsis, he knows how to push the buttons.
Oh, he certainly does. You watch Zelsis in any game like this, where he's playing against people and he knows he has the experience advantage.
Yeah.
He loves to press on the wounds. Any kind of gap that opens up, he's going to try to wedge that bigger and bigger.
My goat.
By taking liberties, by pushing players.
Goat of goaters.
In their faces and trying to wide swing onto them, all sorts of little tricks he'll pull out to try to win the mental game. As they did when they lifted their trophy this year in Madrid, by kind of
भाई वो लाइनअप डालना, हाँ आगे और पीछे, हाँ वही वही। ये क्या करते हैं देखते हैं। रिकान किधर गया? रिकान साइड गया। वो शॉक डॉट ट्रिप तोड़ने के लिए क्या था? 180 degree lineup. शॉक डॉट नहीं डाला उसने, बस रिकॉन डाला।
So I think that's another reason why it's a great timing to go for an early play like that. Just didn't find anybody. So now kind of
अच्छा उसको उन लोगों को पता चल गया कि साइफर बी पे नहीं है।
It looks like it's going to be uncontested.
I guess.
And then how the Sen play around it? You've got to make it feel like you're on site. You can't just play fully off site. Teams are too good at that kind of stuff. They're just going to walk in.
नहीं नहीं उन लोगों को नहीं पता। साइफर ए पे है, उन लोगों के ये नहीं पता।
They're not even going for the ult.
No.
अरे यार हर वक्त सेम एंगल नहीं होगा भाई।
Rattles his way forward, seconds blinded though, and he will have to give that one up. Can't offer himself up to take the fight into the 1v1.
The tens angle failed.
No pushback from it, and now he's earned the ult into the post. It's a nightfall going to be used to try and combine their might.
Arre.
Pound for pound to push them
Stun.
back once more, and a flank occurring from behind. Flashback unaccounted for. Second though, straight back in, and the supplement utility is just perfect, just missing. Foxy9 alive for now in a 1v2. Can't isolate the fight properly. Sassy able to beam him down, Phantom in hand, keeping that form flowing from the prior matches that he's played so far.
Zelsis bhai,
So DRX's
Speed
idea
दर्द हो रहा है क्या?
going to get into sight and use the plant to get that rolling thunder online.
हाँ technical issues आया शायद.
Send as many cues as to where they were on the map and where they were going to be hitting with it. It's even a nice opener to catch Tens on a high ground position that he normally plays, and yet Zen are ahead of the game when it comes to ults. As soon as that rolling thunder came out, there's a nightfall. There's their own rolling thunder in response.
Mara Zelsis.
Collapse, utilizing that pace that the
Do
game
mara.
gives you to be able to scale up onto site really quickly.
भाई ये AOT का क्या है उसका नाम?
Retake success.
उसका नाम क्या था? ZK Jaeger. ऐसा दिख रहा है. Move the face cam to the right corner or something. No. ಹಾಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Top corner ಮಾಡಲಾ?
And headset off. You know what that means?
He just wanted to take a break. His ears were.
Top corner ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Right corner. ಐ.
Presumably some kind of audio problem. Yeah. All right. What on earth?
What is happening here?
He's trying to polish Sassy's head. Listen, as a fellow bald guy, I know this bit.
Yeah.
I know this bit.
And Sassy's not giving him anything.
Look, Sassy's looking like a fresh bowling ball today, though, isn't he? He's got shine out there.
He doesn't need it.
Bald recognized bald.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be there with you soon. Don't worry.
Yeah. We have an audience that a large amount of them are likely to go bald at some point in their life. You laugh it up while you're out there.
But yeah, that's like, but it is about 10 years on from them.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've got a lot of time. They can't laugh.
Yeah. Enjoy your hairlines while you have them.
यार.
Don't need to zoom in on Tens. I mean, that guy's got a great hairline. Yeah. We've got a little tech pause here, though, but I think this is going to be a particularly
बोला मैंने tech pause.
for DRX. I know.
Fit है ना?
This hasn't
Top
been
right
done
corner.
but DRX are just left in this spot to stew on the fact that they have now let 4 in a row go the way of Sen, and especially when you see like the way that Foxy9 was taking that 1v2, for example. And
क्यों रुलाते हो भाई?
all over the place, to be honest.
बच्चा हूँ मैं.
Players would be out, like the crosshair placement so slightly off.
And just the aim itself and like the mouse control was a little wonky, to be honest.
What we were talking about, maybe the nerves playing a factor, because this is, you know, despite the fact that you've seen the name DRX at multiple events before, it's a very different roster this year that's turned up to the final international event of the year. You've got essentially the team being led by Mako, Buzz, being pushed into this position. The veterans who have to really pull up the morale when it gets knocked down, which we've seen evidence of. Their opening match for DRX, they got knocked down. That's wishful thinking.
I mean, we might see one.
We might see it. We
absolutely could see it.
I didn't mean to slander it.
Let's go, Sentinels.
Well, to see the interplay,
मारो भाई.
the rookie players and the veterans on their own team, but also on Sentinels.
Yeah.
Foxy9 looking up to Tens over the course of his whole career.
Clumsy था ये
He's been
round
in the
थोड़ा.
game for such a long time, and he was an icon of early Valorant.
थोड़ा.
if anything, he's probably only got more popular as time's gone on. Right. But he was much more popular than any other pro at the beginning of the game, and it wasn't close.
Sharad, what is your counter challenge? Like, if Sentinels win, I'll do this. What is that? What is that you do?
Yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, Foxy9 looked up to him. A very wholesome interaction that always occurs as well if they do cross paths.
Okay, and I'm taking a look.
Stack क्यों किया?
Round 7, and Sentinels are 4 stacking over towards A to start this off. You'd be forgiven for thinking that that's the team on the ego.
Sentinels start that DRX will think that last round जैसे Cypher A पे इसलिए DRX A पे आएंगे इसलिए Sentinels start that and they stack D.
B-main control given up, turned over towards Bane.
But DRX पता नहीं. I'll say after first round. First round? कौन सा first round?
John is going to struggle massively to maintain info in this area.
B contest कर रहे हैं.
Buzz is going to use the overdrive to try and barrel his way in.
Side दे दिया ult है क्या? बस tense का ult है. QT भाई एक pick निकालो ult आएगा.
To the back now, that's a Hunter's Fury to supplement. Tripped up though, caught up. Buzz deals with it nicely, and have given up full control towards the back of the side. Sentinels.
कोई तो market रुक सकता था ना, मार सकते थे. DRX is not in the right gear. Sentinels are in form. It's not about DRX. DRX are playing good, but Sentinels are outplaying them.
It's going to be rewarded, but not enough for the second kill. Zelsis, a stave off Foxy9 in through the back of the side. Up
ये देखो, एक और round में DRX ने 2 ult use किया.
Against the weaponry, got to think inevitability, potentially shots rattled by flashback to no avail. Second
After first map अच्छा.
Seals up. Round had just that slightest amount of danger.
Outrageous.
ನನ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ DRX ಫೈಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ Sentinels ಗೆ. But Sentinels will win. This map it's like
absolutely bonkers. I mean, he's been
normal daily game for Sentinels. उतना effortless
but he still hasn't had an ace this year.
round wins लग रहा है.
In a round actually where there was some
Second by Maro.
Sentinels macro setup had left B completely open. They had to get back in there, and it looked a bit tough. John doesn't have any armor. Now, of course, John's gonna buy armor.
ये क्या हुआ इसका?
Just in time. Clutch, almost falling into the
Fox is not in good form. Foxy.
Potentially, but it does push DRX away.
When he's on initiator, you can't expect him to frag like duelist, you know. Like you can expect round clutch from him, but he can't frag that good. He has to position Neon, right?
Maintains that composure.
भाई ये क्या?
Still there, but doesn't expect that the player's already out. The misinformation there for him. John Q Seal.
गया ये round.
Might be able to play spoiler. Already.
ये round Sentinels ने throw किया, okay? It was very clear Zekken उतना open में जाके throw किया. He should have at least some backup to watch mid.
Slow it down into the moment now. Just looks impeccable.
अरे उनको आप मिल गया. Zekken be like मेरा आप है.
Just Celsius to stand against it, and he's not even able to save that rifle and scurry
Off होगा 8-4 off.
Stop the bleeding.
Not just that, they've actually identified the weakness in Sentinel's defensive setup. Yeah, it's only the first rifle round they've put on the board, but they're now figuring out B-main is being given to them mostly for free. Okay, this time Zekken was there with an off, but also Market has got nobody really playing inside.
Flashback.
They're playing very passive setups over towards the B site, and DRX have just started taking all of that space. So I agree with this decision.
By India में कब आएगा?
John QD. Sorry.
VCT Pacific या Championship कुछ तो इंडिया में हो.
Has hit the red button. I suppose yeah, it could be either of them. But
वो भी especially Bangalore में हो.
And I think it makes sense because at this point DRX
Fox
have
is
figured
not
out what's
in
going on
good
and they're starting to vacuum up free space around the map.
वो क्या analyst है क्या? दूसरा.
This would be a perfect time to start adjusting things.
बस Kaplan को जानता हूँ मैं.
A hard anchor in Market. Maybe John plays in that kind of position. Or trying to play Celsius, Tens, Zekken as a 3-man stack to go and take B main control at the start with that one way and the stun and that kind of thing. You know,
फोड़ो भाई
shift
opponent
things up a
को.
little bit, change that defensive setup, throw the RX off after they've just got.
भाई वो क्या है? वे chain realistic लग रहा है.
When you're in the lead like this, you can afford to take.
वो knife का chain, Kuronami का knife. वैसा लग रहा था कि monitor से बाहर है वो chain. बढ़िया monitor.
Setup as you mentioned.
they did try to alternate the setup in some
ये
sense.
क्या
just
हो
by
रहा है
picking
Twitch
up
का?
that operator
क्या scene?
and giving it to Zekken.
Holding it down through B, because, I mean, DRX were doing a lot of contact plays in through B main, not using too much util
It wasn't
for it.
really contacting though. They were breach flashing, they threw a recon, like there was some kind of stunning as well.
मारो
Same signs alive.
And this setup designed to try to catch John Cutie. He backs out of there early on, and Zekken's taking contact in market with his op, hoping that DRX again go for that kind of contacty play through market.
Noise bait idea from DRX, you could see it. Just from the way that Buzz was hopping around, cutting the noise, but now one-way smoke propped up here. We're using the drone.
ओ भाई स्पाइक तो बी पे है
The angle, you make sure that Sentinels do not have info in this side of the map.
अरे
They
ब्रीज
go back
रोटेट
and
कर दिया क्यों सेल्सियस
It's Zelsis over.
It's absolutely looked like B has been the favored side.
बस
for
एक
DRX
स्मोक
to
के लिए
hit.
ही रोटेट कर
And
दिया
I don't expect this round to be an exception to that.
नियॉन है मिड पे
Do they get a free cross on mid?
पिक कर ओमेन
Going to try to contest.
माको पिक कर
Looks like he's not thinking about it currently.
मिड
but
पिक कर
good wall for the
अरे
Woke up, shots in the face, and well, blinded up from somewhat.
वैसा क्यों
somewhere.
स्मोक डाला उसने
Yeah.
अच्छा वो सोचा कि वो एंगल को शॉक डार्ट से क्लियर
30
करते
seconds left. They've got no pivot options.
बैकफायर्ड
Gonna have to overwhelm this A setup. Assassin's got Eddie stub. Can't quite hit that first shot. Accuracy sees as well as dodge. Duke, but trade inside, at least from tens. Now backs
Good
himself
trade.
away, retreating to the safety
Nice.
of the site. And there's holes all over the place.
स्मोक्स
here.
नहीं है अब क्या ही करेंगे
Attempting to make the most of it, but with only a few seconds to remain.
ओ भाई
Tool just ran out. Ran dry.
सेव कर
Back away, keep
बाकी
these
सेव
guns
कर
into the next.
फक्सी भाई क्या
Even
सीन
can, but they're being hunted. Zelsis punished
कुछ
though.
नहीं छोड़ दो
That gets Foxy one away from Rolling Thunder. At this point, DRX need big ultimates. to
कम
get
ऑन
this one.
सेंटिनल्स
Good tag timeout.
मैं
Small
बोलता हूँ
adjustment. Not a
ओपोनेंट के
large
बेस
one
में
like I
जाके
was
मारो
suggesting. Just a minor adjustment of where the
थोड़ा
operators
थोड़ा
play.
थ्रो करना तो
But a
बनता
good
है
move that
6-3
DRX
होने
go
पे
for another one of those B splits.
इतना इजी भी
I
नहीं
think
होना
DRX
चाहिए
should have adjusted that though. I think, you know, when your opponent's just when you just won a round,
ऑडियंस
split,
डिमांडिंग
when your opponent takes
अ
attack
थ्रो
timeout, I think you should probably
नाइफ
be
करो
adjusting as well. Right. And not just going
गन्स
back
अभी
into
गन्स
a
अभी
very
फेंक दो
simple
नाइफ लेके जाओ
strat. Zekken looking like he wants to take the orb towards B main. It's a difficult area.
वो
because
नाइफ
they're
से मारो
putting most of their early pressure, but this
भाई
time the side split and they force out paranoia early on. This all of the
ओ
distractions
माय
from Michael to
गॉड
slink
3 यूटिल्स को बस एक ही यूटिल से काउंटर दे दिया
timing
टेंस
Passed, hasn't he?
नाइस फ्लैश
Could deliver the blade to the back. Necessary to open up this A defense, but Tenza still holding it down himself. Out for the elbow angle, but Zekken punished. Now they know at least that they've lost.
बाय 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 बाय
Running away, Mako needs to play for his life.
सैसी फ्लैश नहीं हुआ है
Up onto it, dodging the flash.
अरे
Nice
सैसी
kill, doing the most. Standing up to
Zekken
the challenge and the pressure and
हाँ
just
जेल्सिस
picking
आई मीन
apart the players. Zelsis had no chance.
अरे
Swivel had
यार
to look in either direction. Just gambled incorrectly and forcing a save out of John QT.
Beautiful set round that DRX have pulled out there.
भागो भागो
That I wish they'd done straight out.
एक काम कर क्यूटी भाई हेवन चले जाओ हेवन मैप
But nevertheless, a great time to run it
तब
here
वो चेज
in
नहीं कर
round 10
सकते
as well. All of that A pressure early on, allowing Mako to get a really deep timing, and they even had a second layer of Flashback going for the more conventional lurk timing too.
Yeah.
If Flashback had died there in mid with that duel he'd taken, it wouldn't have mattered actually too much because Mako could have still been that knife in the back. And DRX love doing these double lurks.
मारो
They run those
I
fairly
mean
often on
क्यूटी
bombs
भाई
on their
मारो
attack side, though of course we're not going to see that in the series today. But watch out, because Mako and Flashback can be a deadly 1-2 combo on the lurk.
Yeah, I'm curious if Senna going to be adjusting their setup as well. A top mid angle.
ब्रीच का अल्ट है
Pretty real estate, pretty open for most of
अरे
DRX
यार
have not been really exploiting it too much, apart from the round we just watched. They've mostly been trying to hammer through B main, through A main. Haven't worked mid that much.
अरे सैस ही मार सकता
Part of
क्यों
their
क्राउच
positioning
किया
to focus heavily on the extremities to begin with.
थोड़ा
Loosen up mid.
एडी एडी करता तो हो जाता
Grab a couple rounds
सैसी
towards
का
the end of the map. The end of the half. Tens now has the operator and another 4 stack on A. I'm not sure about this.
ನೋಡಿ
kind of
ಸ್ಟನ್
setup.
ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸ್ಟನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಯಾನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್
Not just weak,
ಮಾಡೋ
but passive. Even if the Sen players rotate
ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ
over to help John,
ಬ್ರೀಚ್
they're probably still going to have to give
So I
up
can't
market
frag that
and
good.
B main. They're not going to win these
बी
games
अल्ट
back.
होगा इसलिए क्यूटी भाई पीछे खड़ा है
Seems to be at least part of the game plan whenever
ट्रिप्स देखो यार किधर डाला है.
Overdrive.
My God.
To his hands, flashes through as well, sent flying as well. But again, it's that open sight, shock darts, at least removing one portion of it. And they
Lol.
second trip is Buzz knows roughly.
Lol.
Leave it up though. Go for the plant anyway, now retreating into that.
अरे पोस्ट प्लान के लिए रखा है इसने अल्ट.
This is slow from Sen.
सेव कर लो, नहीं होगा ये राउंड भी.
Against the rolling thunder, I feel like it could be some worries, but a nightfall at least.
वो देखो लेट लर्क. नाइस. क्यूटी बाय है, क्यूटी बाय है. अब फ्लैंक जा सकते हैं क्यूटी बाय. स्टन 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 नहीं है.
Aftershock into the corner, overdrive, let loose. Zekken trying to get explosive, trying to get electric. John QT.
Cutie bye.
But he's fallen asleep.
Cutie bye.
Surely needs to end the life, but his DRX players. They're all gone in the end, but time, as I said,
अरे यार.
Sentinels at the beginning of that.
Nice retake, that time नहीं था.
They had the right ideas, but they didn't hit the gas pedal early enough. I'm not even sure who gets the credit there for the clutch. The Red Bull clutch on DRX goes to one of the players that was left alive towards the end there. Was that Foxy9? John catches the lurk. They know what's going on.
इनका तो दो अल्ट वेस्ट हो गया.
A little too slow. And also I think Foxy9 does a great job there of picking up Sassy. I think he was right about to get half on the spike.
फेड मर गई थी ना, वरना फेड अल्ट मार के हाफ डिफ तो कर सकते थे. he was like DIS जीत गए और oh shit वो नहीं जीते. पता है भाई, पता है.
Zekken takes the op back. Was on 10s
भाई
previous round.
क्या ऑपिंग कर रहे हैं भाई.
Early on stacking players A on the defense to get it is working.
Come on Sentinels.
They're never really worried about taking this part of the map. And it allows them to run these B execs pretty simply.
Zelzis का ult है अब. Retake खेल सकते हैं उससे. पोस्ट प्लांट ही होगा इस राउंड भी इनका. DRX का प्लांट करके पीछे आ जाता.
That's rapid from Buzz. He takes out one of the star players of Sentinels. No worries, no qualms. Up through mid. Flashback's still going to be opting in to try and play that backstab role and position. Tucks himself to the corner. There's a door in his face, and he can hear plenty of footsteps, plenty of rotations. Now he becomes that insurance policy. Buzz. Angle trains, but he's missed that timing. Still doesn't decide to hold himself up onto it once more. Overdrives here, just to try and get Buzz out of dodge. Smokes up in their faces. This is an unusual position to be put.
Nice ult.
Still with a rolling thunder after shock. All combined through. Buzz has been unaccounted for, and he's spraying them through. Seltzer's half will not save you. That's a 4.
ये गया. अब एक भी राउंड नहीं जीतने वाले DRX. 13-6 सेंटिनल्स मारने वाले. ये गया बस भाई. टाइम टू बज यू. भाई क्या शॉट था वो. ओह माय गॉड. नियॉन को नर्फ करो यार, नहीं होगा. अरे देखते चैट क्या बोल रहे हैं. सेंट्रो बोल रहे हैं शायद. लेट्स गो सन बस फॉग पर्पल आउटलाइन माय बिलोव्ड सेज लव. DRX made a nice comeback. Bro, they hit B every round. You think Sen would learn? Lol. Who picked this map? Sen, bro.
It's not defeat that defines you. It's how
रुको ट्विटर में देखते हैं क्या हो रहा.
Reach your impossible. Lenovo Legion.
लोड हो जा भाई. ट्रेंडिंग देखना है मुझे. ट्रेंडिंग तो कोट एल्वाफ वैलोरेंट का ही नहीं है पे. कन्वर्जेंस फिर से चाहिए वे. अगर कन्वर्जेंस हो और बैंगलोर में हो मैं लॉक करूंगा उस पे
here, 6 to 6, and
ये क्या है What do you think about this change?
Lovely adjustments by DRX, I think, as well, spotting out some of the weaknesses in terms of Sentinel setups and what they were running themselves.
Bro,
just enough to be able to make it
I mean,
that much more competitive.
The players that I'm watching heading into the next half.
New update.
Big duelist matchup. Zekken and Buzz.
और rats बढ़ेंगे बे.
Buzz hit an unbelievable entry.
Oh yeah.
Bro, क्यों ये update? लॉजिकली यही करेक्ट है मगर लाइनअप सभी गया अब एस मारा क्या इसने प्लीज लेट नेक्स्ट एजेंट बी अ सेंटिनल प्लीज लेट नेक्स्ट एजेंट बी अ सेंटिनल सेंटिनल नहीं इनिशिएटर ना डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प बैक वाव वैलोरेंट का कुछ दिखा दो भाई रुको इधर ही देखते हैं इसमें स्टार्ट हुआ क्या अरे स्टार्ट हो गया
Still returns with a two up from the side. Buzz is definitely dealing out. Addition back that action straight.
Nice.
John Qtito shuts him down. Gliding round. Flashback.
Spot over.
Time and he has got a lot to do in this spot.
Nice.
A little bit too much at that.
Sen respond with a pistol of their own, bringing them into the lead
A
again
ball
in this opening
A
map.
ball.
Really nicely played one too. The pathing from Zekken, I like it. The follow-up on the paranoia is great, and then also in this position, he's defended from A-Link. That cover stops him from being shot while he can focus on players in backside, and John trades people out in this round very nicely.
According to what Buzz did,
Another world-class shot
the shot
to win that one.
on B side
Might find it in the moment.
was just fluke.
Pistols like that could
इधर मार नहीं पाया भाई.
Here you see a more traditional position from Flashback. Notice at the beginning of this round.
उधर है उधर देख Zekken उधर तेरे लेफ्ट पे
Zekken's head. These have huge value. That's why he's trying to
इधर भी वैसे मार लेफ्ट पे.
But we didn't really see John go for that. John was sitting really passive, so he didn't get caught by early round util. Flashback's willing to take the risk. We'll have to see if Sen can punish it once rifles come online in later rounds.
Bro, सबको स्टन पड़ा तो सबको स्टन पड़ेगा. Oh, nice stance. LOL.
He's got that rifle well trained, and the rest of his team in position, taking that space. Any aggression just punished almost immediately.
Eco Kings बोलते Sentinels को.
A nice idea.
ऐसे नहीं जो मुंबई सर्वर में इको में एस मार के बचते हैं वैसे नहीं.
Caught, taken down. Clean.
Yeah.
All of these weapons.
Sentinels.
So they should have.
अगर ये राउंड सेन जीता तो Sen will 13-6. If Sen wins this round, just this round. Bonus है, very important है.
They haven't had one in this match yet, but against Gen G, 4 out of 4 bonus rounds converted.
It's insanity. You know, even the most consistent teams in the world don't really get them with that much.
Sentinels.
Single one available, they just grasp. Now,
rush करो, be rush करो.
Again against DRX, the lone hometown heroes.
भाई किधर लगा रहा है वो flashback अपना cam.
The cam either. Trip was a little bit too high, but does get broken in the end by that aftershock, and again free reign over towards the site.
Aftershock का usage तो trap मारने में हो रहा है. ये क्या है भाई?
Be used, gliding its way out to push back some of these players as well, but time has been bought. Plan only just going down. Here's a fault line. Might be that punish in sight, not quite. In through the back.
Nice.
Not anticipating it.
Nice.
अरे सब
छोड़ के चले गए. 3v3.
This is 3. Rifles in a few hands as well. Yeah. Tens.
Cam गया ना उसका nice.
Full confidence in his own aim. The paranoia just missing, sliding straight past Maka with the adjustment. Foxy9 defusing. Needs to be spammed down. Few taps to the bullet shot. QT cannot find him. The one round just under the nose of John QT. Stays alive at least towards the end, but that's DRX essentially stealing it.
मैंने बोला अगर ये जीते तो 13-6 incoming. So no 13-6, but Sentinels will win.
Really solid damage to DRX. DRX actually
समझ रहा?
have to take an eco after this.
ये बढ़िया था सेकंड भाई मगर मारना नहीं था
I like the idea of throwing a trip actually from the retake team as well, so that the post planners can't push that diffuser.
That's how you win it. Bonus ಇತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ಬೋನಸ್ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಗೆಲ್ಲಬೇಕು DRX ಬೋನಸ್ ಸೆಂಟಿನಲ್ಸ್ ಬೋನಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರು DRX. They kept their mana ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ. Nice. ಈಗ ಸೆಂಟಿನಲ್ಸ್ ವಿನ್ ಆಗೋದು ನೋಡು.
The flash was dodged by second, not enough though to win that fight out. Foxy9 delivers a death blow, at least with a few stray bullets once more, and this is putting an immense amount of pressure in through the back of the site.
Nice, Sen jeetenge.
To try and help out these players and push them back once more. Foxy9 with the aftershock, it is
nice.
good. Sees now through the back once more. Sen trying to find these marks and targets potentially there. It's a rich environment. Sassy creeping, hopping over, it's watched by Bane, can't win it. Damage done, the pre-fire onto the corner, immaculate. In the motion, 2v2. Bullets still remaining. Sassy can make a play with it, but
Odal, Gola.
To back away and go for the reload.
Nice.
Now they're going for the refight.
Wow.
Tens does have the spike. The Haunt maybe went a little bit deeper. I think they would have gone for this one, but they got to watch every angle just in case.
Sassy bhai kya scene?
Lurking in through behind. Tens now planting in for that backside control.
Read to hai.
Real uncomfortable post plant for Sentinels. It all comes down to these first shots that they hit and bullets exchange through the walls. No kills yet, but spraying and
Spot on. Nice!
Skewered in place.
Let's go!
Blessed in the moment.
I don't think he even realized that second player was there.
Mote boss.
You saw him
Mote
flick
boss
his
bolte.
crosshair away and then double take. Wait, did I just win the round?
Yeah.
All of that prior damage done. The Guardians were actually still hitting though for DRX. 3 kills. All coming from the Guardians in that round. Let's reposition towards the end from Tens.
भाई wall bang में क्या था वो? 1 HP था क्या वो? Wall bang नहीं था, collat नहीं था. Just one round chill. Important round इतना तो. Okay, ignore. DRX or Nico. So Sentinels can win this round also easy.
What he means by that is keep it simple.
Each round matters, my brother.
Not necessarily stupid, but just go for the execs. They're not able to hold on. Fall back into some classic B post plants as long as they don't have, massive ults to be able to.
Sassy, no, sassy, sassy. Clutch God is.
They've already done massive eco damage across their bonus, and now following up in round 16.
Making sure that they can use some of that util. Here's an overdrive.
Eco में ult मार रहे बे.
There was no tap there onto the spike to force it.
One HP है दो लोग
just opted to use that one themselves. Just hearing these. Oh, what is that? Shock darts rebounding. Foxy9 now defusing, sticking.
Buy eco please. Nice.
Right in through the smoke, just finding all sorts of targets.
Nice.
Spain left alive despite the heroics, and not enough to do it. Be able to get some damage, and it is nice with a 4-piece to finish. But still another round.
Bane ने 4 kill लिया, just saying.
No idea.
How was there so much follow up?
वो shock dart ना दोनों उन लोगों का ही पड़ा जो 1 HP थे.
All things are down. Take a look here in the replay and see what happens. 1 HP they're brought down to. So just a huge amount of damage from Buzz's ult. Followed up with a shock dart.
डर लग रहा है भाई.
As I say, somewhat irrelevant at the end of the day because Sentinel's economy is flourishing, and now we get the rifle round. Sen. That's missed.
Yeah, that's supposed to land onto the wire.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much. Again,
come on. Sentinels, come on. Sentinels, come on.
T-Rex looking to at least contain it. Got a crossfire setup, at least they did. It's now just down to Buzz.
Bye. Dry pick नहीं. Dry pick ही करो भाई. Dry pick ही करो. वही best है.
An electric entry.
Give me a corpse.
कैसे मारा?
In the face, John QT is desperately hunting for an ult. That is
precarious. क्या था?
Escapes of his life. Straight bullets not enough.
My God. Ult है इसका, Bane का ult है.
Now against Sassy, flashes again.
फिर से 2 मारा Bane ने.
Up and over. It's going to be broken in the end. Spraying him down. Second is a menace right now. He's an absolute menace. But Foxy9.
Tens कैसे जिंदा था?
These rounds are coming down to the wire.
Oh my God.
Sentinels trying to control the chaos. You heard it from Zelsis earlier on. Trying to keep things simple, and yet there's multi-kills going all over the place.
Bye. Hey. Palm में है. Sentinels
Massive,
form में
but
है.
VC9 almost managed to accomplish the impossible. But
भाई
it's
ये
Celsius who
देखो
stand
ये कैसे
strong
जिंदा
in
पता
second,
नहीं.
delivering
उधर
far
टेंस
more
का भी
than
दिखा
should be
देते
asked
भाई.
of him so many times.
आइए.
Can feel that, man. The vibes flourishing for Sen.
Quote of the day.
Their economy's been a
It
massive
doesn't
problem
matter
for
how
the
we do
defense
it,
side.
but we did it, baby.
Ever since kind of snowballing off that bonus, which DRX did manage to actually prevent.
उनको ही पता नहीं चला ओवर राउंड में क्या हुआ.
But at what cost? They've just never been able to get their eco online since.
Taking too much of a knock. Pressure out over towards A as well, DRX.
भाई होता तो जेल्सिस को मारने दो यार. 13-7 जीत जाएंगे.
Trainer might be enough for them, but okay, and that actually is still shots rattled from the sheriff. Unable to claim that kill.
Bye. ये टेंस कैसे जिंदा है?
They want nothing to do with it now. Too many signs of life from the DRX players. And they've realized it entirely. Flashback, desperately trying to retreat and try and show up the defense over towards B, but John QT's already snuck his way in there.
They already know where all four players are. They know that there's nobody on the B site, and John, he has to not over-push this.
बेन को पता है, बेन को पता है.
It's disastrous for Sen.
Doesn't want to give away the gun here. Still in through. It's going to be ults committed. DRX, a Hail Mary is called.
Sassy.
Answered by Buzz and Bane. Dynamic as a duo. And a clearer path to success instantaneously.
Tens.
An all here for Tens.
He can pick the spike up.
They're trying to stack it. 3 bodies. Is it going to be
Denial.
Oh my god.
DRX.
Bro.
What a sick play. Go, we've been waiting for one of
वो
those
YouTube
for
पे
so
देखा था मैंने
long.
भी.
3 bodies surrounding the spike.
Bro अल्ट भी वेस्ट हो गया.
Great awareness of what was going on in that moment from DRX.
Close जाने वाले ये.
That's sick.
Close
These
जाने
two
वाला.
teams are pushing each other to the brink, it feels like, in terms of the decision making.
And it's all very rapid, right? The tempo of this game has gone up dramatically. If Celsius wanted to try to simplify things a little, it might be beneficial to run
Zeken को ऐसा नहीं pick करना
with the
था.
neon in the mix and the way that Zeken is trying to entry by just knocking his head through brick walls, it feels like Sen always playing a high tempo and then DRX are matching them.
As we saw, that wrist does pay off for DRX, but now Sen, they go full throttle. And
Nice.
Catching kills. Reveal up through the back, Foxy9. Potentially no long for this.
थोड़ा right मारता. Nice.
Damage as Sassy. Running gun. Here but Bane does return the fire.
अरे यार. Nice.
Through, Tense up and over. Drop in, and now it is getting messy. Dark has to be dealt with. It's just in time. They'll reveal onto these players, but still angry.
क्योंकि भाई के पास तो गन ही नहीं है.
And hold it down. 3-piece. Tens in that 1v2. He knows the drone is coming forward. 2-piece forwards. Flashback has his teammates back.
We are fully in the mud already today. These rounds are absolutely bonkers. A timeout call for Sentinels, and I think it's the right.
क्या फायदा टाइम आउट लेके 9-11 है और सेंटिनल सीको पे है.
It worked.
ये राउंड आ रहा तो सेन आ रहे.
Big value. Zeken's entry was marvelous too. Buzz overheated there. It all just came down to these 2 frags from Bane. Being able to stop John Cutie and Celsius trading that out over towards A-Link defines the round, but even though the high tempo scrappiness is not necessarily causing.
Can I take back the challenge?
I think just slowing the pace down a little here would be beneficial, honestly, for both teams to try to grasp
DBMS postpone आया था. Wait.
sense out of this match again.
I was all too ready to praise them.
1 second, Era.
Teams for,
1 second.
You know, being quite smart in their play. You know, it's high tempo, but they were taking pauses at the right time and making sure it was all synced up whenever they did make an aggressive play. That last round threw it out the window a little bit. That tells me that as it gets closer and closer to that finish line, that 13th round for either of these squads, it's getting a bit more frantic, which is probably why we are seeing this Sen timeout here. You are right. Slowing it down, Josh. The right call to be made. If you want to keep it simple, you can definitely do that with a nice slow default off the rip if you are Sentinels.
Zeken might be feeling like he's got a hot hand here and trying to increase the pace just for himself. 22 kills across 20 rounds right now. Clearly the top fragger in the map.
Set the stage nicely for Sentinels to get a lot of these rounds here. Still holding on to the lead of 2. Their own map pick.
Buzz looking to try to contest over towards B. Spots out Zeken, decides not to. Trip broken. See, a lot of these Sovas have great lineups like that. It only matters really though if you're going to go for that mid-round mid-push. Or late-round mid-push.
All grouped up through B main by Sen, but second-guessing themselves.
They haven't gone for the ult orb onto Zelsis. Perhaps hoping that they can get that post-plant ult orb up. Just by Zelsis driving the spike into the ground. It's slow from Sen. I mean, I think this is absolutely what Kaplan's told them to do, is slow the pace down. But at this point, they're not really accomplishing too much because they haven't taken any elbow control or pushed Mako off his line. They do have B main and mid, so it's not completely passive from Sentinels yet, but hard to see where they're looking to end unless this is a B split.
It's pings for a smoke out through market, so I think it will be that B split that you were talking about.
But now Sassy...
The trouble is, it's too little util. It just feels like a fake, and I think that DRX know this one. They're still going to be holding it down. 3 players now anchoring over towards the B side. The camera catching that contact, and the other players taking up residence out through market and now in through the site. It's all about how they deal with this one. Beautiful stun, that's Buzz, trying to make the most of it, up and through, not expecting the flashback was there, and holding all the angles, smokes, spam through, 1 out. That's 5 alive, a flawless finish, and it brings DRX up to 10, now 1 step away from equalizing.
Sick awareness from Bane as well, knowing that they wouldn't use the recon dart, wouldn't need it. Threw it into Narnia, send it over to Bind there. DRX crossfires though, clearly enough to be able to deal with this, and I think you're dead right, Brent. I don't think that Sen had put enough pressure over towards A to drag the rotates and make that winnable for them. And while we were talking about the DRX economy being a problem, the whole third quarter, now Sentinels are finding themselves in this loop of rifle round, eco round, rifle round, eco round. They need a big play here, either an individual or a strat to pull out that can right the ship, because DRX are making a very strong comeback on defense.
It's our first game of playoffs, of course, but that's what everybody's set their sights on to. Early days still so far. Essentially that midway point of the tournament. Mako is going to be challenged here. A lot to be asked of him, but I think with the fault line connecting, he's just going to be using the CPs to get the hell out of there. Yep. Damage done, spraying away. It's barely just cutting him up. Enough for him to stay alive here, all in Thunder, though. It is committed, and this is an abundance of util. Going to be used out here. Very much all in by Sentinels, and they need to come up with the damage and the goods, but already that counter util comes out swinging. DRX with the stun to supplement.
Yeah, welcome back to the stream.
These players have not been dealt
Vishwas postpone aito match so DMS
landed as well, even when he was trying to control his aim down. With the smokes dissipating, open angles, and the spike in the middle of nowhere.
Bro, 11-11.
No weaponry really to speak of here for Sen.
From 6-3.
DRX have maintained control. And the 4 players that stay alive have got to credit this round.
Next round Sen को जीतना ही है. अगर next round Sen हार गए तो 13-11 DRX जीत जाएंगे. उसके बाद के round eco है ना.
He got hit by the breach ultimate. And you might think that's a huge investment.
कभी खुशी कभी गम. खुशी ये था कि DMS postpone हो गया. गम ये था कि Sen हार रहे.
Clean up Foxy 9 until that happened. Shot in the back of the head, putting down Zekan. How has he done that? I mean, he's stunned.
Hey Bhagwan.
This is just a cosmetic stun. That's got to be a tilter.
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕಳಿಸೋರೆ postpone ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ.
Like it back at 11-11.
This round is so damn important now. The money stretched thin.
Sentinels please यार. एक मारो QT by Celt के साथ info लो और rotate कर लो बस easy. वो लोग trap तो पीछे के लिए लगाए. नहीं.
He's under the trip. Yeah, he's just got straight past that one, but it does just chew up and tag up onto John QT. He's going to go down to the kill trip as well. It's revealed all of them. Down up and over. Buzz will fall and drop in the end, but Bane
नहीं देखना मुझे.
Help him out with the trade. It's all just gone to pot right now for Sen. Tagged up 10s.
Bro, क्या util से बे.
Obfuscate where he might be going, but it's tag still in his face. Dodging the flash, but not enough.
Tens का तो बोल नहीं सकते उसका तो.
DRX now.
GG और OT GG है बे.
DRX's defense on B is so much more effective than what we saw from Sentinels when the sides were swapped. The cages, the trips, all finding value, allowing them to play for side control. And the flood that comes in from the rest of DRX to support onto flashback is fantastic. Sen can't really get through. They're trying to break the trips, but they still get caught by both of them, and they're never taking back sight. Can Sen pull out something to get us into OT here?
Stray bullets going to be exchanged.
Sassy को orb दिलाओ.
By Buzz with the shot.
Good info, but Buzz picks up a rifle now.
That's the benefit of being rich.
Sassy को orb दिलवाते थे. एक crosshair मेरे पास भी है.
We won't get into it. Smoked up though, through the face. Buzz is still going to try and route it to
नहीं
that
dry
speed
peek
and
नहीं भाई.
exploration.
सब बार नहीं
Volley
होगा.
from this from Sentinels as well. To Crossfighters being held from either side. If Foxy overextends a little bit, no, just looks away. There are gaps to be found.
Foxy भाई pick करो. आ जाओ. Pick.
Step over it. Instead it's Foxy 9 tearing them to pieces. Drops his idol. Zekken was up next. On through the chopping block, and he might have just done enough. 3 left to stand for Sentinels. To pull it back from the brink, there's 40 seconds left in the round, which is some time to work with, but again, they don't have the players and not even really the weaponry at it. Walking their way through its contact plays to see if they can get themselves in for the front of the site. Celsius sticking, sees denied, John Tito domes him, and Bane's also dropped in the process, flashback, no long for this world. They're doing it.
मारो. कौन बोला भाई जीजी?
Cannot afford to lose this
कौन बोला जीजी?
This was a 5v3. It's crumbled away from them. Foxy 9, the player who managed
Sharad, are you there? Lol, dude.
is now asked alongside Mako the veteran to do the most.
See how Sen made a comeback in last round. 3v5 निकाल रहा है. Hello Sharad. Flash कर. Nice. Tag सब डाल दो. Gun भी फेंक के मर.
He will not survive. Overtime. It's almost preordained, man.
Switching sides.
That is the miracle that Sentinels were looking
Almost
for.
defeat आ गई थी
lost
तो.
in a row. A 3v5, losing your 2 hottest fraggers.
3v5 ತೆಗೆದ್ರು. ಅದು 2 ಅಲ್ಟ್ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಏನಂತೀಯಾ?
A kill, a nightfall. John pushing into backside. And they've somehow pushed things to overtime.
Insanity.
Sen now get a chance on their defense. The sides will flip. Sen were playing super passively over towards B.
अब क्यूटी बाई का सेटअप देखो.
4 players A in a lot of the rounds. They're not changing things too heavily up here.
अब ना क्यूटी बाई का सेटअप देखो. B ऐसे होल्ड करेंगे कि ओपोनेंट का चेयर ब्लास्ट हो जाए. ओपोनेंट रेज होके चेयर को तोड़ दे. ऐसे होल्ड करेंगे B अब क्यूटी बाई. क्या बेन भाई टीम को सबअटैच करना है क्या? नाइस टर्न. किसका स्टन पता नहीं मगर नाइस टर्न. अच्छा जेल्सिस का ही था. जेल्सिस नाइस. अरे क्यूटी बाई मर गए. ये क्या प्ले था भाई मिड टू बी.
Don't know where Buzz was going, but his team's still at a player advantage. If they get this, Foxy's one away from his role in Thunder. It's a hard enough
Foxy यार.
even without the breach ult.
इसका वॉल है.
DRX are fully aware.
इसका वॉल है.
The TP by Mako is cheeky if he opts in. Fakes it. Tap from Zekken. No full committal.
वो फेक करने में भी उतना थिंक कर रहा था वो. बाय.
With the rifle in hand. Dropping Celsius. Sass is going to do so much more now, but already
उधर रोटेशन आ रहा है.
That's what they were anticipating, expecting. They know that nobody's on it. DRX should have done this.
मिड पे.
Into that 1v1. Circle
उसको पता है.
Sassy forced to stick. And flashback. Handed that absolute slam dunk finish.
DRX have another map point. They found that hole again.
किसने जिंक्स किया भाई? सन जीतेगा करके. बिंग्स भाई ट्वीट किया है क्या?
He's not aware of these timings.
बिंग्स भाई hopefully you didn't tweet.
More support or a little more awareness of how DRX are going to be putting pressure towards market and mid at the same time.
Yeah.
And a beautiful identification of the holes once more in Sentinel's defensive setup. DRX have found the answer.
बिंग्स भाई ट्वीट नहीं किया है.
To get things.
We have a chance. रुको रिप्लेस में देखते हैं ना.
To win the map. As yet to close out.
That point.
But it took a miracle from Sentinel.
नहीं किए.
On the board on their attack
नहीं
side.
किए. Will win. Sen will win. Sen has a chance.
Just going to be vacuuming up the orb.
अब देख ए पुश ऐसे करे क्यूटी बाई ओमेन को मारेगा और सब ए जाएंगे बस.
Towards the A site, Sassy was tagged up in the midst of all of that. The lead by the drone down through mid, wanted to break it as well to threaten like his team was taking mid control.
Definitely feels like they're getting set
नहीं,
up
अब ये नहीं होगा.
from DRX's point of view.
नहीं होना चाहिए.
Of course, the intention.
Sound made.
ब्रीच बाय. फ्लैश भी आया उसका. वो क्या था आसमान का फ्लैश?
From Foxy 9. Trouble with the A side is as well. You have to kind of take it into these two waves. DRX, they have the defenders. Final bastion of players as well. They're going to cement themselves to the spot as well, but it's fakes on fakes because guess what? Tens, he didn't give up B main control this entire time.
DRX have heard them leaving, but Buzz, I don't think fully confirmed that.
Haunt over. Bit of peace of mind here for Sen.
Nice.
To make their moves now out through market again.
क्या ही combo था?
I think this is just indecision, hesitancy. 20 seconds. Head for Sentinels.
भाई स्टैक आ गया.
They're going to be able to put you down. Follow through.
Nice.
Rifles in hands as well. It has to be mechanical.
क्या util से बे.
But still these players.
Nice. Nice.
Cutting them up. Traded on
Not nice.
9.
Not nice.
Praying away. Time has to be
Nice.
He holds it down.
23 HP है क्या ही उकाड़ लेगा.
In the double digits, but no more, no long. That's 13-13. And talk about cutting it close for Sen, man. That is absurd.
Sharon!
Sen look completely scrambled. These attack rounds that they've put together in round 24 and 26 are nothing short of miraculous. They shouldn't be getting them across the line. When you're running in with only 15 seconds left into a stacked A site, DRX should be able to come out on top of that, and yet the Sen, I don't know, the Sen rifling mostly, being able to come out on top, the trading was decent. But I don't think they're going to be able to put together rounds like that too often. It feels absurd that they've managed to do.
Yeah, it's just not consistent. Change up from Sentinels though. Opted into that B main control, at least early on.
What was I saying? What?
Here's a battle, and here's a skirmish, Celsius.
देखिए दो को मारेगा. अरे एक को मारा बस. टेंस का पता नहीं उनको. टेंस का पता नहीं. कैसे पता होगा? एक और मार टेंस अब. 1 HP था. Nice. Wait and watch. No.
Heads appearing. Flashback has chances and opportunities, but the C's no connection. Just out of range. Doubled up. Send the rifling short.
Not like that.
Winning it. ADS Sassy. Barely there in time.
A big one for Sassy to win.
Switching sides. Match point.
What a time. He's been struggling towards the bottom of the scoreboard this map after an amazing champions. He's managed to put his team.
भाई कोई इंश्योरेंस देगा क्या? लगता है मुझे हार्ट अटैक आने वाला है.
Take a tag time out. That was a very different defense setup. I've been talking about the fact that Sen need to change up their defensive positioning.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. What's up? Let's go.
Zekan and Zelsis hard anchoring inside market. They haven't done that basically the whole map. And then Tens is also in B. Onto the other side. A massive difference in the defensive.
मेरा मैच भी में इतना टेंशन नहीं हुआ था.
DRX forced to call a timeout at this point though when it comes to OT as well, all that prior conditioning. I mean you can tell DRX
ये 15-13 जीत जाएंगे सेंटिनल्स क्योंकि हमने भी 15-13 जीता था एक मैच थ्रो करके 12-13 से 15-13 वो भी सनसेट में ही.
And I'll tell you, in these
Sassy will be the end of me.
It's been Sentinels
Sassy what?
grasping those opportunities. I've been talking about the rounds as miracles, but they're also scrappy, chaotic moments where the players
finish हो
coming
जाएगा.
out on top.
15-13 finish.
That way, you're absolutely welcome to, because I think Sen have been able to drag close situations across the line from round 24 onwards. There's a will to win for Sen that I'm not seeing just yet for DRX.
सैंडविच करेंगे लग रहा है. अच्छा पीछे चले गए. नाइस.
Another round, another go of OT. I believe for the first time in this map, Sen have now claimed the driving seat.
Zelsis fast rotate कर.
Yeah, spam though, sprayed. That's Mako. Back for the short angle.
भाई कैसे यार?
Stray bullets and spam only just connecting now to Sassy, spotting them out. Trips are going to be broken, but planned at least down. And now Might be that second wave of things. It's a Prowler stun into the corner.
जाओ और आगे
Lay
जाओ
claim to the life of one
मर
of these
जाओ
DRX players, but now here comes the util. Flowing through, C is going to be used in kind as well, pushing them back still. Player disadvantage
Nice.
here for Sen. Lots going to be asked of them. One way into their face, Sassy.
अरे रुक कौन टैग हो रहे कौन मर रहे कुछ नहीं पता चल रहा है
Through, and Mako just cannot withstand this.
हाँ
Flashback, and Bane drop down low to Cade into the single digits.
अच्छा सेंटिनल्स अटैक
No more. It's a 15-13 finish in the opening.
बोला मैंने 15-13
That experience.
इनफैक्ट मैंने DRX को देख के सेन समझ रहा था वो अलग बात है बट बोला मैंने 13-15
from Sen. Winning the majority of those really close, scrappy rounds.
1 second, Dero.
Bodes well for them in the rest of this match.
It does, certainly does as well, but it just about take away their map pick. Up next, Haven. Don't go anywhere, you know, you don't want to miss it.
Hello Sharad, this is for you from Pawan. Hello.
Sharad, you are still a child. Please don't understand this game. Sen is my team and I am the president of the team. I told them what DRX is very weak. So play with them little. So DRX, it was going a very poor game. So I wanted some thrill. So I called Sen Zagane. I told Zagane to hold some time and play and gave some thrill in the game. So we won here. Please shut your mouth and do sitting properly. Bye bye.
That's for you, Sharad. बढ़िया बढ़िया देखते हैं ट्विटर में क्या बसड़ हो रहा है सेनविन किधर है भाई हैशटैग सेनविन अभी सर्च करते हैं हैशटैग सेनविन Sentinel takes map 1, let's go! It's a rematch, but we got a fan artist on our side. Hello everyone, thanks for the love. And me and the ghost in August 10th. Latest side. Too easy for Sen. Sharad, too easy for Sen लिख रहे हैं. Let's go Sentinels, let's all burn red once again. The Hanuman is here. Translate हो सकता है क्या ये? अरे Translate? नहीं option. Damn, the first playoff match and 2 OTs. Game first had me sweating. Close it out. Sen be raising my blood pressure at 2 AM. Only one more. What 2 is easy? Ta. Sen after first half they threw rounds. ऐसा लग रहा था कि DRX बेचारे होम ग्राउंड में हार जाएंगे थोड़ा हीट अप किया तो उनका भी रेस्पेक्ट होगा क्यों उनका रेस्पेक्ट खराब करना इसलिए सेन हार रहे थे पता चला First of all their map and we were in lead most of the time in the OTs. It was Sen's courtesy. Because of Sen's courtesy DRX won 13 rounds or else 13-0 होता था तुमको पता नहीं That was roller emotion should that close, let's go, oh my god, whoa. It was only one map, holy shit, Sentinels, nice, 1-0, go 2-0. Even you thought that Sen was going to win at one, lose at one point. ನಾನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಜಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಏನು ಶಾರ್ಟ್
Hey guys, GB down here with Coach Kaplan. Coach, congratulations on a hard-fought victory. Question on everyone's mind is, because I remember asking Zekin at the beginning of America's, will we see you play Neon? He gave me a little coy answer, and he finally did today.
Sentinels are Sentinels. Never doubt Sentinels. Even I might doubt, but you don't. I act like I doubt, but I don't.
worked on. I mean, we bounce around with different things, and we have a few options, and we're feeling pretty comfortable this tournament, just surprising people and jumping for it. And he was confident, whipping out the neon. So yeah, he did a really good job with it.
Yeah, Zekken on neon, bro. He
Really
just plays
high,
like
but
me,
I
like
try not to show
neon.
the players 'cause
Like
I want them to stay
however I play on neon. I only gave him coaching, you know.
Fantastic insight.
रुको Zekken call कर रहा है.
And let's take a look at how Zekken dominated on that map.
You played exactly like me, you know. It was the shot. That shot. Yeah, that shot. Oh my God, what a shot. Yeah. Focus on the next match. Yeah, see you later. Yeah, in Evan also you're playing neon. Better don't play. Thank you.
Also very, very different, but we can see it in the stats right now. Zekken had a
अरे
very,
यार बहुत
very
खुश हो
good
गया
map.
यार
Even
बंदा.
though the score is like this, Buzz did diff Zekken. They ended up
Love you,
8-3,
Zekken.
so we're gonna give him that. He did deal with him.
देख मेरे से बात करके पानी पी रहा है क्योंकि रेस्पेक्ट वो होता है ना गुरु के साथ बात करने के बाद थोड़ा शिवरिंग वो
at the right time, which I think was especially important because Sen was playing a lot of these rounds where they had one really heavy strong side and had like a solo anchor having to do a lot on the other.
Yeah, let's talk about that attack side as well, because as soon as the side switched, the fact
Sentinels
that
won.
Sentinels were able to build up such a great lead right off the bat gave them a great shot of winning this.
Sentinels won.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that also DRX woke up a lot in the second half. We saw a Buzz that was
Sen will
a
win.
lot more in the game, and especially going into
What
the next
you
one,
say?
that is something that we need
This
to
shot you see. I teach that shot to Sassy, you know.
And how calm were Sentinels in this kind of situations where things are not going the way, the round is not looking like yours, and then you win a 3v5.
When this team lifted the trophy in Madrid, I think the biggest talking point was
Sentinels
about how good
won.
the team play was and how quickly they reacted to what their opponent was doing. I think that dropped off at times, not finding the right rotations, the right call in the middle.
Even though I'm winning the challenge, I'm dancing. You see, that's my generosity.
But now here, I think we see them back in form, calling the right pauses in the mid round to group up and go for this fight, constantly having the right reactions to what DRX was doing and keeping their composure in a game that was really close, where DRX was really pushing them, which is so huge for the Sentinel squad to be back.
क्यों करना है भाई?
Honestly, I would take it one step further than just pushing them. If I were DRX, I would be distraught to throw away that 5v3 lead, Kakuka, when they could have just ended that map and gone 1-0 up into Haven.
I think that anybody that watches back that round, and we were commenting it on the green room, it really looked like they thought it was done. It's a 3v5, it's a 5v3, we have this is over, we can go into the next one. We managed to bring it back. And it's actually that resilience and actually Sentinels always thinking about the answer to that specific situation that took him that far. We knew that this was going to be a very close encounter, so I'm happy that we got the OT.
Yeah, and let's take it back and send it to Golden Boy once again and see what Coach Termi had to say.
कुछ नहीं दिखाई दे रहे.
Hey everyone, here with Coach
yeah.
for translations. Coach,
Bro is so sad. Bro looks so sad.
What are you telling the boys, and how confident are you going in to map 2? But what are you telling the players to help them with their confidence going into that map?
센티넬과 접전을 펼쳤던 1세트였는데요. 분명히 DRX도 강점을 많이 보여준 것 같아요. 일단 선수들이 헤이븐을 앞두고 자신감은 어느 정도인지도 궁금하고, 그리고 좀 감독님께서는 선수들에게 어떤 얘기를 해주셨는지 궁금합니다.
일단 선셋 같은 경우는 저희가 뭐 경기를 치르면서 조금
Yeah.
더 침착했더라면 이길 수 있는
Yeah.
경기였다고 생각을 하고, 당연히 첫 세트가 끝나고 나서는 선수에게 조금 더 침착하자는 얘기를 했었고요.
Yeah.
헤이븐은 뭐 저희가 준비하는 과정에서
Yeah.
충분히 자신 있을 정도로
तुमको पता चला? मुझे पता चला वो क्या बोल रहा है. ये से बोल रहा है कि जेकेन को आशा ने मतलब ब्रूस ने कोचिंग दिया था इसलिए हम हार गए.
To stay more calm and collected, relax a little bit, take it slow. And when it comes to Haven, it's a map that we've
ये बोलने के बाद ये बोला उसने.
really confident in how strong it is. So it's going to be a good map for us for sure.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Coach. Back to you guys.
वही बोला ना मैं. आधा उसने ट्रांसलेट किया, आधा मैंने किया. पहले वो कोच ने बोला कि जेकेन को ड्रूस ने ट्रेनिंग दिया था इसलिए वो थोड़ा टफ था, और आधा जो बोला वो ट्रांसलेट कर दिया.
Because the last time we saw DRX play Haven was their debut map versus Crew, where this team looked out of sorts.
Just say bad.
Yeah, bad. They were great in Pacific here, and they got crushed by Crew. And I think it was all about the mental and the rookie
2-0,
players
2-0
showing up on this
incoming.
stage and not having it on that map one. They did bounce
2-0.
back, but now they only have one map to
Get
stay alive.
ready,
Yeah, and
brothers
this is their map pick. It's not
and
that
sisters.
it has crushed their confidence. Definitely, you have not exposed anything that you had ready on
By
that map
Secret
because it was
Labs
a
Gaming
13-2. You wanted to surprise. We were thinking, why is the Abyss
पैसा
not
तेरा
the
बाप
pick here?
देगा.
Is it because of the read the Sentinels might have onto you? Because you're going completely blind into what they can do? Now you can only focus on this Haven and
Zekken को बोला मैंने नियॉन मत खेल यार. मुझे क्रेडिट्स नहीं चाहिए यार. Zekken मत खेलना नियॉन. नहीं चाहिए मुझे क्रेडिट्स. अरे यार
in scrims on the
नहीं
attack
चाहिए यार
side,
मुझे
the
क्रेडिट्स.
pace of a lot of these lobby control ideas that DRX loves to show.
मान लो कि वो MVP कर देगा पूरी मैच के लिए. वो पोस्ट मैच इंटरव्यू में वो क्या बोलेगा? थैंक यू ड्रूस. नहीं चाहिए यार मुझे. नहीं चाहिए.
One of the pivotal points for them not being able to do almost anything in the map was Kesnit playing on
Zekken,
that Neon. If they are able to replicate that, this could be a
just do what I say.
Crush Genji
What
to even
I
make
said.
to the playoffs, and now throwing a spanner in the works.
Come on,
in
Zekken.
map 2 against DRX here. They could take down
Zekken crash Druce.
and move on.
All right, over to you, Brian.
Zekken crash Druce incoming.
Definitely looks like it's going to be a series.
Zekken will
that
MVP
goes on
this
multiple
match, you know.
levels here, because as well, I mean, all this talk about a map pool as well. It's weird that we've landed at Haven as a map, considering both of these teams haven't been confident in the past. But in DRX's case, they did get run over, as the desk was mentioning, by Kesnit on the Neon. They just absolutely steamrolled them.
Yeah, I'm thinking to Termi's interview that he just gave there with Golden Boy and Jen, and he was gassing up the fact that they're super confident on Haven. They banned it recently. They got destroyed by Crew. Abyss was the obvious pick here, but it looks like they were scared that Sen had it as a trap. Sen have never shown it. So now we get this clash. And DRX will be hoping that that Neon pick for Zekken doesn't end up doing the same stuff that Kesnit did.
It's a counter with the fault line as well. Attempted to punish that one with the cam being broken. That is the goal, just to try and...
अब देख Zekken कैसे एंट्री लेगा.
The Zekken might have
Backside slide. Yeah, देख. Just how did I teach him? It was just like how did I teach him? Yeah, बस एंट्री लेना है. बाद में मर जा. तेरा काम ही नहीं है. ऐसे ही बोला था मैंने.
Difficult scenario. Jump in spotting. Zelsis is hunting for the information.
Bye. मैंने बस Zekken को दिया था. अगर ये लोग थ्रो किया तो मुझे का मत पूछो. भाग गया. Nice.
He's gone. Scurries away.
By rotation, C भाग जा.
Not when it just goes all topsy-turvy.
Nice plan.
Mako is going on the long.
Zelsis को पता है. Zelsis को पता है.
This could actually come down to who just
Zelsis को पता
on
है.
the other. A pure timings game, a read of where somebody might end up being. But this pathing is so unusual. It's going to be weird for both players in this spot.
Zelsis is going to be feeling uncertainty, I think.
Where is he off to?
Yeah, Mako. He's gone around the world, around the map at this
Oh my god, ये नहीं पता होगा Zelsis को.
Play into the unexpected.
ये नहीं पता होगा.
Zelsis go down to a couple of stray shots here, and it's all about if he just sets his side onto it, but he reveals his hand early. Smoke, it's dropped down, 21 health.
Stun है तेरे पास. Nice. Spam कर.
Pistol, Mako would have to be that 3Bs, and it is. To the pure elation of the crowd, it's a pistol round here for DRX.
Less than 2 seconds available. And Mako takes it across the line. I've got to think that Zelsis didn't understand how weak Mako was in that spot. Didn't see exactly who done damage to Mako over the course of the round. But if Zelsis had landed a couple bullets himself, he wouldn't have that info relayed to him by the rest of the team. I guess with these kind of jump shots, he just isn't confident to know that only 21 health remains on the IGL for DRX. Because at that point, a stun, a right click, and Mako's done so. The Red Bull clutch pulled away.
We knew it was going to be a big ask. Some of the vets on TRX. Mako and Buzz to step
Buzz
up.
मरेगा. Buzz मरेगा.
To take it straight to them. I mean, Buzz right there. That is so precarious.
The short-range headshot with the Outlaw.
There's a lot that could go wrong.
Zekken did manage to get the better end of Buzz on Sunset. I mean, just outperforming.
लेकिन मैंने तुझको क्या बोला था? अगर ऐसा आउटलॉ है तो पीक मत कर. डांस करके जा ताकि तेरा टीममेट ट्रेड ले सके. नहीं सुना ना.
1 KPR versus Fnatic on map 1, 1.2 KPR on map 2. He wiped them away. If you allow Buzz to get rolling, and if you put an operator into his hands, on this defense side,
DRX
it's
ही
gonna get
जीतेगा.
tough for Sen.
Eco है ना.
Very tough. He's already building up to it with that outlaw. Definitely feel it, but.
But also quite a lot of respect given too, right? DRX not having anybody that just keeps the pistol into
Just
the
one round.
So these are going to be the weapons they keep.
Not that important round.
CP's up over the top here. Tens has potentially found himself a slight gap, but no, players are just weaving in and out and around.
Nice.
Will be able to get away with a gun? Not quite. So Foxy9 puts him in his place.
एक ये Foxy को मारेगा.
Around the world as well.
Uh-oh.
Almost. Almost.
Good cleanup. Only one player is going to be ecoing in this round for DRX. Otherwise, a bonus that's got some bite.
They needed this beginning, I think.
अब मारेंगे.
I was about to say, it's tough to know who should be expected to be a favorite in this map.
Right.
DRX have been better if you look at what they've done on Haven all year. But recently, that game against Crew just sticks in your mind.
Yeah.
If they can shrug that off and get back to their normal performance, it should be a really good map for them, like Termin was talking about.
He's got to be careful here because already A short control, relatively lost. He's got to hear this drone now and should be calling some form of backup.
क्या मैं उधर ये बोला.
Drone only just being broken. DRX happy to give this one up actually.
अरे उन
so
लोगों
pulled a
को.
lot of util out of Sen, anticipating that they could be anchoring.
क्या?
Like that clear as well. Great stun that Zekken throws out.
Nice dodge. ये भी मैंने teach किया था.
Put some thought into these neon execs, same as Sunset.
Celsius just sidestepping most of this util, not a paranoia up and over.
Celsius
committed, a bit confident. And
nice.
Confident by Buzz himself, still locking down.
देख ये shot भी मैंने teach किया था.
Have a hard task at least with these players, dodging and weaving up and around here.
ये मैंने नहीं किया था.
Flashback for that kill. Celsius trying to avoid this one up and around the cage.
मगर heavy damage हुआ भाई. पकड़ा Celsius पकड़ा. Sen जीत गए. Sen जीत गए. भाई नहीं है बे. Neon. Zekken मैंने क्या बोला ऐसी सिचुएशन में Vandal ही लो. क्यों Spectre लोगे? Vandal ही लो.
So I don't think this is as bad as it might first appear for Sen. Zelsis, speaking of him, that aftershock that he used in post-plan basically won them the round. The whole point for DRX there is that they're supposed to explode in off the retake, follow up on the Buzz. They couldn't manage it. Zelsis there reaching for the trophy in real life as well.
Aggression by DRX though, that's a stun.
Ay,
Ludicrous!
You can't be hitting those!
Getting away!
I mean...
with a spray transfer one fully stunned.
Onto two!
Yeah, it's definitely a day of first, mate. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. And Sassy with a re-exploration, he's seeking to offset that disadvantage, but DRX, they come right back at them with that firepower.
And a great set play to crunch onto A lobby as well. Buzz wasn't shooting against people that were shooting back in that spot. He was shooting against people that were blinded up, stuffed into a corner, and yet it's...
अरे क्यों लोडिंग हो रहा है? हेलो ट्विच भाई सबको लोडिंग हो रहा है क्या? लोडिंग अरे क्यों लोडिंग हो रहा है?
Just heroics, but now Zekken hero rifle में invest किया इन्होंने because he knows उनके
He does have the rifle towards the back, but is it going to be trained well enough? Expecting tens.
Nice Zekken. Nice Zekken. ये not nice Zekken.
John's picked it up.
मैंने बोला तुझे एंट्री लेके मरना, मगर ऐसे सिचुएशन में क्यों मरना?
It's not the eye of that one. Buzz is right back into it, trying to take that fight.
Oh my god.
That are weak, but Mako now
Bug Mako bug.
concede up that space and concede
Bug
the round.
bug
Thrifty for Sen to be able to pull out. They only had one Vandal to work with, and Zekken made use out of it. Cool macro idea as well, called by John. That fake into B. John had already taken the space in Garage and was ready to break the trip, give that away as late as possible. But they did DRX dirty there, just taking them out one by one, slicing off a single player at a time, and then gathering up the guns as they went to pull off the MasterCard Thrifty.
It's a dangerous element, I think, of Sen's overall game plan. Not just game plan, I suppose. This is not really planned, but it's their ability to just jump on opportunities when they're presented to them.
Absolutely. And that's what Buzz is trying to do at the end there as well, right? He's trying to find that timing back right before the neural theft comes through. Buzz, Blade Storm in hand, going to be popping that one and trying to get value out of it in this round. And then maybe working his way up to an operator.
Oh, revealed up. I don't know where Buzz is, at least with the Blade Storm as well. Sen could scurry away into an opposite direction.
No trip over towards Garage here, completely clear. Double kill trip on site.
Just trying to play these players in as well, out through the back of the side as well. Stun, again, ricocheting cages. At least to try and help out the anchoring players. The Splashback is going to try and get himself tucked into the corner. Once more gliding. Zekken. There's no more, despite the paranoia was quite good.
8 teammates ने Zekken को bait कर दिया, कुछ नहीं कर सकते.
It's a miracle that he even gets the one, but Mako just trying to break their ankles. The unexpected angle. Buzz is right there. Blade Storm, he's slicing and dicing. No kills there, but the damage done surely. Enough tens. Quick evacuation.
8 HP clutch, command tens.
They had 10 HP between them there, the final two players on Sentinels. 10s with the majority of that. Still only on 8.
A massive advantage still here for DRX, like you said.
Hey, pizza चले जाओ भाई.
Saved for a rainy day. Will clear through most of this one, so Tens could not play the off angle like he was hoping.
वो फिर से वही जाएगा क्या?
Shallow into the play.
नहीं shock dart नहीं.
Precision, whatever you want to call it. Buzz is there, instantaneous with the trade.
Close.
For a moment, looked like Tens was posted on the right line, but Buzz is good for it. Takes that kill, takes the defuse. I don't think he's going to have enough money to be able to go for the operator, though. It looks like he might need to help out his mates.
Come on, Tenzo.
Tens was great trading out kills all throughout the site here. It was all that the RX could do to hold on. Did manage to push things across the line.
Did well, at least, to give him an opportunity and a chance in that spot.
And actually, they've gone with a judge onto Flashback so that Buzz can have enough money to go for the operator himself.
Interesting.
So here comes the op.
Might not be expecting it.
They've smoked
cam dala
here to disguise the fact that Buzz is going to be playing in this direction. Normally, a smoke in this position means the op is not really going to be playing there. Why would the defending team want to smoke off their own operator? Just to disguise it and hope that Sen fall into the trap. They're not at all.
Trips. Chewing up Zekken. Luckily, nobody onto the side to play against it, but the spam and the bullets, yep. Raining them down onto the players. It's a narrow choke point that makes it very easy and orchestrated. John QT through the gut of mid, drops down the cage as well because he knows he's getting cleared by that drone. Had to evacuate.
I am the hunter.
Nice spot to try to listen for any defensive rotates.
Right back to Buzz.
They don't have drone.
I get info. Now smoked off.
Nice.
Buzz's life made that much more difficult. Contact plays by Sen going to be called on the back of it.
Ult है उसके
John
पास.
might try to make a play Garage.
TP for the info. And John did try and make a play, punished. The judge in the hands of Flashback does work out, but Buzz is getting squeezed. But
Nice, nice trade.
Right
Mar, nice.
Immaculate. He's been putting in the hours. Definitely
Gun le ja.
Gun
le. Op लेगा क्या?
To get themselves back into this still.
पीछे
Disadvantage for Sentinels.
Plan कोई नहीं है.
Need picks. Need them
Bye
now.
bye 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 bye. Heart attack आ रहा है.
Smokes fade.
I don't think they saw Foxy 9 in heaven.
Holding for the flank.
अरे ऑपर को
Paranoid from DRX, sweeping his way through, dropping down, clearing most of the way. This is methodical by DRX. But again, it comes down to these opening kills. Util into their hands. There was a chance and opportunity here in the TP. Mako is covering this angle. Foxy9 diffusing, sticking. It's already hard. Has to lay claim to the kill, and he does just that. Beamed all the way through. Has to shock into the corner. Is it enough? Second, he survives the tap. Again, and needs to land it. The shot from Foxy9 at time. Just running away from him.
Seconds just clutched that one up with 2 HP.
ऑफ छोड़ दिया गन ले जा भाई आप ही लिया
Insanity that Zekken survives.
Multiple opportunities for Foxy to try to
Zekken,
a single bullet.
my student.
The whistle of a bullet going past him would have dropped him at 2 HP. Foxy couldn't quite find the moment for it. Zekken played around that perfectly, drawing him off the defuse.
मैं तो ऐसा अल्ट नहीं मार सकता.
Zelsis also put the fear into him with that fault line. And Sen clutch 2v3. DRX, they've looked like a great team out today, but in the clutch moments, in the chaotic, scrappy spots,
किधर था वो कैम?
player quality is coming out to shine.
That resilience as well that definitely shone through in a Madrid run. Veteran quality that they have ready. Buzz is just caught with his trousers down by the ankles there.
Who is Zekken? My student.
That's the hero rifle finding no value. Smoked off though and recovered. Flashback picks it up. Looking to do better. And DRX, they went for the flood defend in that previous round instead of trying to have Bane throw out his Hunter's Fury. It is still available, but he's posted up deep. They're constantly trying to get info on Sen early towards the A site.
Sharad, you told first map ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಏನು.
Flashes. What a shot. He's holding down the line still. Rifles will make sure.
Hello Sharad, hello. Hello. Rage quit, huh?
Hero rifle was flanking the whole time.
Holy lol.
Giving away at least one of them is back here.
That one friend who throws every match.
No, don't worry guys, really.
That one friend is flashback.
Can also save this weapon, hoping that someone falls into the lap of Mako. But this is Sen tying things up 4-4. DRX have got no chances left in this round.
ಏನ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೀನ್ ಹೇಳು.
Good thing for DRX today, just walked into the trip too. Sen might not fix it.
ಬೇಡ ಬಿಡು.
Yeah, it's interesting.
ನೀನೇ ಯಾವ್ದೊಂದು.
There's a couple of different trips that you want to go for. That trip is actually still really good for defaulting over towards.
You should dance in our classroom. Okay.
It still does block, like Buzz if he wants to push up deep.
Like not like some Manthan festival or something. Randomly in 5th sem. Some class should be going on. I'll tell. You should go there and dance. No one should know you will dance at that point, but you should dance.
That will very easily get lost in the middle of rounds.
Okay.
Stuff like timing is much more
If
important.
Sentinels win, you should do this.
Sitting around messing with the utility if you have a split second you need to commit.
ಇದೆಂತ ಮಾತಾಯ್ತು?
Pushed into the point where they do need some corrections. Part of it is that, you know, even when they've just given everything to get Buzz, this operator, into his hands.
Noob Sharad.
Yeah, and part of that was because they posted him over towards A shore and Zekken ended up jumping across the sight line. They smoked him off. They actually got that information he was playing A short when he could have had the Valorant.
Imagine that happening.
He wasn't given a shot though. No. There was no shot that was possible for him to take.
Imagine that happening.
A neon jump running across your screen on a tiny angle like that.
Some other day you say no.
But you're right in the sense that he does need to be getting value in order.
Accept this or don't do at all.
Start running away. That's what Green Squad is banking on here. Is Buzz having one of these blinding games? So where do you put it?
No, I'll dance on my stream.
Find the most value.
You call everyone. You put the link in unofficial group. Call everyone saying that Arsha will dance. I'll dance.
It makes it feel like it's in a lobby fight, as you already mentioned.
I told at the beginning itself the challenge. My challenge I told in the beginning itself.
They cleared him really effectively in the late round, even though they'd used drones. So,
you told that you will tell after first map. But I asked you, you were like, you only tell. So I gave this challenge. Accept or nothing. No, not something else and all.
Break the dart. Comes up though. Hunter's Fury. Here's a play to be made.
Maar. Oh my god.
Shooting ducks
उधर smoke में.
Plenty more players here just trying to make the work happen. Paranoia to play off for DRX.
Read it.
Inserted. Tucked up close into the corner position again, and a stray bullet spam back and away to rifle aim here, but beamed down by Sassy in the end. Wrapped it all the way. Sassy, a monstrous finish. And listen, could have gone either way with the way that DRX was shooting in those final moments. But he
Lol,
just
DRX.
puts the bow on it.
I don't have the self-confidence to dance in front. Nine. Obviously challenges in comfort zone outside ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ನಿನ್ನ comfort zone ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಏನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ challenges. ನನಗೆ stream ಅಲ್ಲಿ dance ಮಾಡೋದೇನು easy ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ.
Champions winning level Sassy. If we try harder. Hard enough. With the power of friendship. Maybe that's how Sassy's
Cringe.
resolved.
Oh my. And again the economy.
Marathons.
Takes a fall here for DRX. They're going to go for that delayed A lobby 5%. Not falling prey to it.
पता चला triple है A, so B try कर रहे.
Working away over towards B now, knowing that all that Utah was used Mako to be the potential
Spotted.
of that timing. Stray shots rattled.
Lol, bait किया उन लोगों का ult.
They're weaker by, yeah, they're all the way through Mako though. Will deliver at least the one and the second. He's made it potentially winnable. Ult's being used potentially not in vain. Flash is good. Buzz trying to land his shots and potentially stay safe in through the back of the cyber body.
Nice again.
Opening up, gliding through, spraying them all down. Sentinels
जीत
now.
गई. Easy.
Full momentum on their side.
It is. They've got a great read on what the defense is doing. Even the magic from Mako couldn't stop that round. Sen go in, they fake the plant over towards B, bait out the Rolling Thunder on an eco round from DRX. And does it catch a single player? I don't think so. They were out of there so fast. Sassy picks up a beautiful lurk kill, and then straight through to C. They know it's open doors. Their attack calling at the moment
This is
remarkably good. And this is looking like a map where DRX, I guess, have been banning it for good reason, at least in the game against Fnatic, because out here today, the scoreline makes it closer than it has been.
Buzz has got to get aggressive.
Zelsis मारेगा इसको.
Take it. Spots a few players, but
I mean Zelsis मारेगा इससे.
The dash is there, stunned up. It'll have to be a no-scope to survive. Oh my! Buzz does not quite get out of there, but the damage is done. Painful strike back here to the
trap.
side.
Nice.
They thought that they had all the answers and options for it. Operator retrieve, flashback. Make sure work of John QT. Tens is still here, but not for long. Drop down to 30 HP. Jump in with the classic.
ये थ्रो राउंड था.
Back to that spectator seat. So DRX.
Threats ज़्यादा थे इसलिए थ्रो किया और अब देखे चले गए.
Buzz will give you those, I guess. You called it out. He needed a no-scope to be able to survive that situation and hits it. He was stunned up. He couldn't scope in. What is this round? This is the value that they've been looking to try to get from the guy, but I didn't think it was going to come this kind of way.
ऐसा तो मेरा अब नहीं मारता.
Still good from Sen. They just get outplayed. So this is now making it possible for an even half. And I think that would obfuscate a little bit of how much Sen have been
DRX fan. ಹೋಮ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವನೆ. DRX ರೌಂಡ್ ಗೆದ್ದಾಗಲೂ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಗೆಲ್ಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ಆ ತರ ಫೇಸ್ ಇಟ್ಟವನೆ.
Overdrive, it's earned and his tempo increased. DRX have been struggling to hold a candle to any of it. Buzz has got to drop players and will do so at that. Chops off their heads and they know where the final few are. Inevitability now.
One more 6-6.
That is decisive by DRX.
रुको भाई मैं जाके खाने के लिए कुछ लाता हूँ. भूख लग रही है.
Completely upturn your expectations of what was going to go on. 4 in a row, dominant attacking from Sen, cut short at the end, and it's 6-6. Absolutely anyone's game. And those final 2 rounds from Buzz are remarkable. He's also just destroyed Tens there.
Yeah. Laced all in hand, man. He's made short work of it, enough to make it even. Still anyone's game. An explosive series that we are being treated to.
Red Bull gives you wings.
here on Haven, man. I mean, it's familiar scenes, honestly, to the beginning of Sunset, where we started out with DRX winning that pistol round, dragging it over the line, making it nice and even at 6-6 with a few gun rounds towards the end. Very familiar indeed. And the question is, will it kind of repeat the script, I think, as well? Because we were singing the praises of Sentinels for these pistol rounds and converting it. They've only showcased that at least once so far.
If they manage to win here, it would be dead even between them. But of course, this is an opportunity for DRX to subvert that and start off on a good footing themselves. I've loved watching the clash between the value that Buzz and Zekken have been able to grab today.
Yeah.
They've given us some electric rounds.
World-class plays occurring. This is Sen on their defense now.
Looking mostly set up to try to stop some kind of B pistol round from DRX. DRX, at least at the beginning, are going over and taking some long. This is what they were doing against Gen G in Pacific very regularly.
छोड़ना मत सालों को. पकड़ के मारो.
And sometimes go into the exec. This time looks like they're going to commit.
बोरबन लाया मैंने.
A lot of pressure on Sassy.
Yeah, and he's way out into the open right now. There's really no signs of it. He's going to have to play off to the side. Some timing to be taken, so
40 seconds now until the next recon, though. And that's a big tool to not have for the retake.
Sassy holding on to the drone, though, waiting for that one. Zelsis, aftershock, down and out, in through the corner. Drone does connect, and tag onto him. It's DRX, Buzz, he tried to play inside, and in front of most of his util, Sen are overwhelming! And that is an onslaught to curve before our eyes.
Easy as that.
To pick up these pieces and do what he can. Straight bullets, damage done. Movement hopping around. There's no easy target at all offered. And now it's inevitable. At that, a pistol round here for Sentinels and a 3-piece of 10s to close that.
कूद के मार दिया tens ने तो.
Even without the recon online, finding value with drone and then just barreling in together. It's a great pistol that Sen have put together, but also it's making me think about future retake scenarios. Beginning of this year, and Madrid in particular, Sen were the retake team. We haven't seen that level of perfect success yet. Had some phenomenal retakes when they played.
Tyson, we got this pistol.
When they played Icebox against Gen G, it was looking very clean. But yeah, dead even on pistols now, both of these two teams. Buzz is going to try to put a spanner in the works, picking up the Outlaw full armor. He's got 4 potential snacks.
So risky, though. He does have plenty of targets, but if it goes wrong, economy tumbles for one player still. That's a 140.
Just बोल रहा था कि बस एक मारेगा. मार दिया.
On either side here, but it was Tens who was the one who does fall.
No charges left.
To the wayside now, and an open C side. Not the DRX are aware of it. They've slowed it to a crawl. Very cautious. They just spotted the body there. Celsius has been seen, but can't quite stop the gun into his hands and pulling himself in. Alongside John QT. Make the retreat for now. DRX is still not really forcing the issue.
Nice.
Gonna try and lock that down. Second, one to the dome.
One enemy remaining.
All danger just
Tag
operates at that.
Tag हो जा. अरे.
Zekken can stick this one with full peace of mind.
What a shot from Zekken. 10 HP on Buzz, but if he hits that one shot, it's just basically a fight. Whoever hits the shot is going to win the duel. And Zekken just has a headshot in there just for style points, I guess. I like the idea from Buzz. Somebody's going to have to pay the piper, though. It looks like it's going to be Mako who takes the hit economically. So
Tens be like.
Former star player of DRX. He ends up being the player that takes the knock.
Right there.
Guardian no armor for Mako.
Yeah, I guess.
That's gross.
It is. It's nothing to work with, really. Aggression by Sen.
Countered quickly, and that tells you that the stack was over towards C, right? The defaulting players were on the C side if the fault line's going to come out that quickly from the attackers. These players on A could be taking more space right now. I think Sen have missed a little bit of a trick there.
I think the goal was to call us a pivot, though, over towards A.
But as soon as the fault line comes out as a reaction, you know that they're not quickly running A.
Right.
Same time, Sen not willing to take the risk. Mako's taken nice space.
Yeah, has announced himself ever so slightly here. Through Garage, no trip to meet them. Bullets raining down, lead on either side. They're going to push back these players as well if nobody's watching into the smoke.
Zelsis!
Punish. Still. Yeah, watching it. Flash to play him in. Good adjustment. Reactions by Bane. Just flicks and adjusts in time. Zekken playing himself in. Has to worry a little bit about the flank timing here, but I think he's heard the footsteps just scurrying away from flashback. Still a hard retake, nevertheless. 2 Outlaws and a Guardian in the hands of these Sen players. And the post plant from DRX does look good. It's just a smoke to cut up the sight line. Mako makes it that much more difficult to partition here for Sen. He knows the angles, knows the timings, gliding into his face.
Nice.
They do at least do the damage in that regard. Still, it's all being played off site. They know they're off of it.
एक बेटा ना हाँ.
The spike is ticking. 10 sticking. It's a few. I mean, okay, yeah. Just praying that he can maybe get away with that one.
Rifles.
Mara.
That's expensive. Error there from Flashback, but he wanted to make sure that there was no chance of a ninja defuse in that situation.
My thanks. Oh, this is a nice spot.
It's not going to be too bad. DRX's economy is still looking all right here. And now we get into rifle territory. Sen lead by only 1. It's a tentative advantage that they hold. Teams little way away from those big ults that we'd be paying attention to. Where did the RX start their default?
That's full on. So no, I did anything about that. That's a lobby take. All that space.
इसको बोलते हैं perfect execute.
But they instead just choose to send it straight over towards B. As an aftershock will have to be respected. TP from Mako. Around the world we go as a kill trip in the face, walking up behind it. Spam and spray it down. John QT could get punished. Tries to play on the stun and well lined up for him. The unexpected play, sometimes the better one. Wasn't Foxy 9 dropped. Added a picture. It comes down to contact plays. For DRX, it's the only thing that can bail them out of this.
Shadows traveling. Look at the passive positions that Sen are holding. Just making sure that DRX don't push even deeper than the sight that they're giving them. Happy to play a retake 5v3. They just don't want to get caught by a lurk. Ultimate is ready. And Bane is lurking. It's Ten's job to watch for this.
Trying to play the backstab, flashback. Goes for an attempt of it. Tens though, catches onto Bane. And the options are limited. They know that Flashback was posturing himself onto the angle as well. A flash to play Zekin in, cleaning up these players. Nicely done by Sen.
And a big blow landed early for Sen on the defense side.
ಯಪ್ಪ ಫೈನಲಿ ಓವರ್ UHC ಅದೆಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಹಂಗೆ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರೋ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಐತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಐತೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ.
They realize that there's a huge A lobby fight going on, and so they immediately call the pivot in to try to get a serious exec on B. And Celsius blocks it with just one aftershock. And I gotta think, did DRX expect the breach to be playing in?
Be ready to dance in Clash, Sharad.
But you ran back. I was stunned. I was like, I'll come in there.
They're talking there about that committing to the retake, I believe. But DRX are going to take a tag time out. I didn't like the macro pathing. Is basically how I want to sum up this statement, though, because for DRX to think that they could get that plant down on B, they would have to assume that Celsius was part of the big A lobby crunch, or in some way was not connected with them over towards the B link.
Fine deal, lol.
Layers there. If DRX want to add another layer to that, then
oh shit, water bottle
to tap the plant and then flash and dash into the B connector, the AB link. That's going to catch Celsius a lot of the time.
Saw in Sentinels.
QT is calling really well thought out structured plays.
It's interesting because John is new to the tier 1 level, right? John is new to the tier 1 level, right? At least in partnerships.
Yeah.
And Mako isn't at all, but John's just been IGLing for so much longer. We're back in though.
Yeah, a fight to be taken. Outside of lobby. I'm sure we'll get game sound soon enough. Buzz just hopping away here.
Hello?
The one with the hero rifle.
भाई अभी म्यूजिक आ रहा है. हाँ, nice.
Hard committing into that A lobby control, using the drone to add the next element to it. They can pave the way here now. Oh, that's a hard commit. Oh, 180 snap to the side here. This could be overzealous.
यही बोला मैंने ओपोनेंट के बेस पे जाके मारो करके. अब हुआ ना.
Realized that DRX were on an eco round here. There was a possibility that DRX could have forced. That's a risky play to go for when you're on an anti-eco. They've left the C side open. There's still Cypher utility in that spot. See how far back.
सोच रहा हूँ कि सेंटिनल्स का ही कोच बन जाओ.
Flashback still with his rifle as well. He's inserted himself in through the backside.
This is actually going to be really tough to get back into.
Clear up these players.
No one going through the B side. Everyone trying to go through this one way.
Buy a one way, yaar. Nice.
Stand off the line. Use pound for pound though. It's slowing these players down. The rifle needs to get value. Seconds.
मैंने I am coach.
Wrong target, but it does retreat, at least with the
They knew
upgrade.
him. By time नहीं जल्दी commit करो यार.
Into this 1v3.
Nice flash. Nice one.
Rifle spam, not enough.
Nice one.
Sentinels now up to 10. The risky play at the beginning of this
अब
round
throw
as
मत
well.
करना यार ये
Punch
map.
inside for it, despite the fact
जैसे
that it's
sunset
within that
में
potential.
किए थे.
And Mako is gonna be kicking himself. He almost got robbed in that spot. He 140'd Zelsis, sorry. There was only one player with full health. That was Zelsis. He 140'd him, killed John Cudy. One more bullet in that spot and that's a winnable 1v3 for Mako. There were some serious risks being taken there for Sentinels. But risks or no, they get it done. And now a 3-round lead. It is very similar, Brent, to Sunset. And even after Sentinel starts running away with, can DRX find the comeback as they did in map 1?
The form that Zekin's in, leading with 20 kills here. Again,
Nice dodge.
Not obfuscating the intent to try and fight this one tooth and nail. Deep smoke, locked up in. Seeing if there's a player caught into the corner here. DRX is still looking like they're eager to try and refight this one. The paranoia, but did they expect this one? They don't. Zekin, he cuts it up. He's already got the Hunter's Fury. Supplements well. Foxy9 still
9
maintains
HP.
his composure. And a rifle aim at least intact to bring down Zekin.
It's good damage, but they have
कोई
let
Fox से tag हुआ था. Nice.
Flashback, taking this timing, finding his way through. Does anyone think?
Sassy, sassy, sassy.
Kills need to be claimed. Hopping over. Sassy gives him that easy sight line.
Nice. वो below है. Nice.
Side to the corner again. He will evade most of this, and it is sloppy by DRX. Despite all the aggression that was being made and played, Zelsis. 3K to finish it. Up to 11 now for Sen, and at this point, it really does feel like full momentum on display.
That's such a misread from DRX in that spot. When Flashback gets in position to get the kill onto Sassy, they just commit to the hit on A, as if everybody's now gone. I think they've just lost track.
Wrong read हुआ है उधर DRX के साथ.
Map of where the players are.
There's no more really.
भागो भागो. Base पे जाके मार अब भी.
Find a path back in.
नहीं कर रहे क्या?
Zelsis has earned his ult.
Mako low है by the way.
Sides. Sen backing up.
Jesus, they got lucky. आप reasons मत दो ये.
Trying to posture, make it feel like there's still people there.
इतना lucky भी नहीं हो सकते कि DRX पहली मास्टर्स में क्वालिफाई ही ना हो और सेन पहली मास्टर जीत गए. सब लक पे नहीं चलता मेरे भाई.
Again, it all just lands on the shoulders of Buzz. He's the one with the rifle, jiggling, cutting noise, up down to that minute mark. Sen content to give up most of this.
गंदा फ्लैश है, थोड़ा ऊपर जाना
He's
था.
gonna spray them down. The Odin play.
अगर ये हम हमारे अगर ये हम हमारे लॉबी में कर रहे तो मुझे बोलते थे स्पैमर्स. कोच कोच
12th round now for Sen. And this is the series here. Laid in wait.
They're so far ahead of these rounds. DRX are taking a little bit of A-long control, hoping that Sen are going to re-clear into them. Sen are already thinking 3 steps ahead. They're thinking, we want to be way off site here in case this breach ult is coming through. And just in terms of anticipating what their opponents are up to, Sen have been very strong today.
Coach.
All smiles.
The atmospheres remained light, even when we were in overtime on Sunset. But now they've got 5 chances to close out.
नहीं ये ही राउंड क्लोज आउट हो जाएगा. Sen win 13-6.
DRX with essentially one last buy potentially here. A lot of ults built up.
किधर अच्छा वो YouTube पे देख के आया है वो.
In their favor. Round 20 will have to be the case, but Sen setups look incredibly well drilled.
टाइम कितना? ओग मलका इन स्ट्रीम डर गई क्या?
Let Sassy hold and lock this down with the Odin in play.
And ಬೇಗ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ನೀನು ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ? So shut up and see.
Does have to be a little bit worried, but Sen are going to be trying to play himself back in. Util in his hands. That's a timing that's caught. Buzz.
टाइमिंग बोलते हैं उसको.
But over now with the dash and Util.
Nice trade Zelsis.
Still the return of the fire. Here from Zelsis, still looking at speed.
अरे थ्रो मत करो यार, जल्दी फिनिश करो.
Through and
Nice.
It's good for it, but he can't adjust in time for Mako. Wrapping it around now with 30 seconds remaining. DRX to do get themselves now onto the site, into this plant. Tens. Shoulder peeking, wins a fight onto flashback.
Bad fight to go for there.
A little bit more winnable now for Tens himself. He's going to try and put that nail in the coffin. Ballsy play. Skips the clearance to most of the side as well. He's looking to contact most of the way up through and around, but a knife out. Knife out, back turn, Bane! Strikes him down.
And so Sentinel's first opportunity to be able to close out DRX slips away from it.
I don't know what is
DRX
dancing.
kept it
Me no
simple,
speak English.
Kept it honest. A delayed A exec. It worked out.
You got a good respect.
Buzz is going to need plenty more rounds like this.
ये throw था भाई.
Unfortunate for Sassy to get caught in that spot. Exactly the entry that Buzz was looking for.
सेन सोच लिया कि वो लोग कैसे कम बैक कर सकते हैं 12-7 से, इसलिए हम थोड़ा लाइट लेंगे. मगर हो सकता है भाई. सेन भाई हो सकता है. क्लोज आउट करो जल्दी.
Hail of lead might be enough. Hunter's Fury seeking to offset this as well. No real connection to the delayed dart up and over the top. Ults are expected.
Lol, dude.
Has not been pulled out of this spot. Stuns. They're good for it. And here's the flood defense. Sassy not removed. Unrooted. Players in front of him. Mako barely alive. But this is it for Sen. Close down the curtain on that one. They are the career killers at this point. Knocking DRX down to the lowest of our playoffs.
You see? Red to black.
Can often feel like the protagonists of Valorant's done a heel turn here in Seoul. They really are the villains.
Sell for the win!
DRX pushed them on Sunset. On
Ball na.
Pick, but it's another
ball.
loss on Haven. Another loss to an America's team on this map. And Sen glide through off the back of some phenomenal individual talent. And our first time watching Zekken play on the Neon, he absolutely crushed it.
27 kills to finish this map.
रुको रुको, जेल्सिस को कॉल करके बोलना है कि मेरा नाम मत ले.
In kind of team, we're backing him up with the util and
I'll text him. Hey Zelsis. Hey Zelsis. Please don't take my name. I'll get shy. I am doing watch party.
They took a hard knockdown to the floor with that.
बोल दिया.
They certainly did. And I had a big question for Sen today. Are you still going to be able to play as well as you did during that Gen G game? And I think in terms of individual stuff, I was impressed today. Were they a little sloppier? Yeah. But I think their tenacity on Sunset and their clean second half on Haven should still be giving people a lot of reasons to look towards this team as a dangerous squad in our playoffs.
No longer that underdog 4th seed potential coming out from America. At this point, they are gearing
तो
up.
चैट दूसरा मैच उतना इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं है, इसलिए क्या करे कि हम नहीं करते. ऐसा नहीं कि इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं है इसलिए नहीं कर रहे, मुझे तो थोड़ा काम है. तो देखते शाम को स्ट्रीम होगा या नहीं. आपको पता चलना है कि स्ट्रीम होगा या नहीं, इसलिए आप इंस्टा देखते रहना. ಹೋಗಿ ಲಂಚ್ ತಿನ್ನೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕೀಗ. तो see you all hopefully tonight or tomorrow. Bye bye.